Start it fucking.
What's up, everybody? This is the Crowded Room podcast with Alex and Jer. Tonight we got Stashio with us. And you know what?
What's up, guys?
Why don't we play one of his songs to start us off? And we'll go with this one.
This is a good one. I was worried there for a second.
This is our new track. Jared, tell us what track this is.
The Ascent by Moments of Clarity.
Oh, okay. So this is you playing guitar.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's kind of like a modern rock song.
Yeah, you don't hear much of that anymore.
The chords are like slightly hair metalish.
Right. Rock is kind of like a radio fucking medium now, hey? It's like rock doesn't really exist outside of the radio anymore.
Well, it's like a lot of bands went like kind of like that pop rock, and you hear it on like satellite radio, and then because it gets a lot of ears, lots of people listen. So
right,
and if that grows your audience, makes you more money.
Makes you more money.
And then people call that selling out, but it's like, fuck it. If
right.
you can get that bag, get the bag.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the content connoisseur, the king of fucking everything else that starts with a K here, Andrew Ralston.
The king of Shit Island.
Yeah, exactly. Too many K sounds. It really caught me off guard there.
Sandra's cheering for you in the comments.
Thank you very much. That was Moments of Clarity. We're back here with Andrew Ralston. Andrew, how the hell are you? It's been a while. It's been a good few months.
I haven't seen you guys since the last time I was here, I think.
Yeah, that would be true, wouldn't it? But when was that?
That was in the summer. Would have been maybe August.
Really? It's so different.
It was super hot, I think.
Yeah, it's super hot. You're sweating, but not only that, it's the amount of energy you have coming out of a podcast in the summer is insane. Like I could go out to the bar till midnight
because you got all that vitamin D.
Right, that's probably it. But then nowadays, like fucking the sun's down 3 hours before the podcast rather than after, and everyone's like, "Oh, isn't it bedtime?" Like,
oh yeah, it's like night at 4:30.
Right.
Yeah, winter's a little bit darker. You wake up, it's dark. You get home from work, it's dark. And so it's like if you work in a building, you don't really see the light of day.
Absolutely.
Sad. And that's not good,
right?
Well, and
seasonal depression.
And yeah, like seasonal depression, yeah, for sure. Because even I get a little bit of that where in the winter, I like to just like hunker down and like get really introverted and not like go out much. And
I think that happens across the board, but I think that's really regionally specific. Like that doesn't happen in California.
For sure. That's why they're crazy,
right?
And especially in Florida, right?
That could be true. Well, you get too much of this. Like imagine if it was summer nonstop here. Yeah. Like, yeah, we'd fucking be like drinking
They're so
every
energetic
day.
down
Yeah.
there.
That's why the best skateboarders and stuff come from down there, because they can
Well,
skate
they
all
can
year round,
through the
right?
winter,
You know,
yeah.
like,
100% best.
can really pursue summer sports down there.
100%.
Right. And then not many snowboarders come from there, but it's a
Exactly,
give and
yeah.
take.
Yep, absolutely.
Snowboarders.
Not too
Yeah,
many,
no,
but they do, dude.
for
I've
sure.
been to a
Sean
ski
White.
hill in California once. They blow fake snow.
Yeah.
All
Oh no,
it's
for sure.
kind of like our little Heart Hill here, where you get towed up by a rope. Like you just grab the rope and it tows you up.
Oh yeah.
So it's not very tall at all. They don't have mountains, and this is like Central Northern California. They do have mountains.
Yeah, like
Central-
around Big Bear and shit.
Yeah, right. Central California. I think this was red. Something with red in the name.
Is it more bougie because it's like man-made? Because
It's
they're putting the
bougie.
snow there.
It's bougie,
So it's probably
and then
expensive.
there's like
Well, yeah.
there's like the lodge where you sit there and watch everybody, because it's just one sheer hill and then like a hit or two.
like the Heart Ski Hill.
Yeah, right. And everyone plows up. And there's a machine that shits snow on top of it. So it's all fake. It's all like just a spectator sport.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you grow up rich enough with rich ass parents, yeah, you could snowboard for a living,
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess.
Well,
out
they
of
did.
there.
They
Yeah.
didn't they do that on an episode of Viva La Bam? They got like
snowboard.
Oh, that's right. He brought a bunch
yeah,
of
and
snow
they made
making-
snow and they had snowball fights. And shit
Right,
and
but
Didn't
they're
they,
they're
like-
from Pennsylvania where it actually does snow, right?
Didn't he like
Yeah.
throw snow on his stairs and shit and sled right out the fucking front door or something stupid like that?
It's been so long since I've seen it. I just remember that he did that. And so it's like that's how the movies get a lot of snow in their sets. And,
Yeah.
All the
You
guys from Viva La Bam are so hurting now, dude.
Oh,
Could you
dude.
imagine
Yeah.
the injuries that they've all had and like, god damn.
Well, and they're losing their minds. Like,
Not only, but just like you used to be the most famous person in the world. Now
And the coolest.
nobody fucking or asks for
Now
an
he's like
interview.
ass wipe
Nothing.
of the
Yeah,
internet.
yeah.
Now
Oh.
people just want to know if you're like still in rehab.
Yeah. What kind of
Yeah.
drugs does this guy do?
The only time you make the news is when you escape from rehab.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think that Ray Keon guy's doing? Fucking roofing,
Well, the thing
roofing
about
in La Jolla, fucking California.
you picked the wrong one to mention because he had a job before it all, and he still does the same thing now. He's a
What?
science teacher. He's a chemist. Actually.
Oh wow, he actually did.
I
He
don't
Some,
actually
even know
went to
who
school, yeah.
Raytheon is.
The guy with the long curly hair from I think he's more from CKY.
Oh,
Right.
He was in
Was
Viva
that
La
the
Bam
guy
a bit.
with like the kind of red goatee and shit?
I don't know if it was
Yeah,
red.
with
He
the
had a
long hair.
Yeah,
goatee.
yeah. He looked like
he's the
a
guy
bad-
shaking his head, going, "Why did I go to school and still do this for
Yeah.
a living?"
Oh yeah, he's the one that hates mustard. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
Filthy French as fucking shit.
You say it because it's the dumbest name to think of,
Right,
but yeah.
It's the
But
dumbest name. Imagine that's your teacher.
yeah, what do you think they're doing? Like,
You're like-
nothing, like less than nothing.
You're trying to take him seriously as a teacher, and it's like you just watched him like
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Imagine if
His students come squirt mustard on him.
the fellow teachers.
you dumb bitch.
It would be
Oh,
hard
my-
for the fellow teachers and principals to take him seriously.
Oh,
And it's
yeah,
like,
yeah. His fellow teachers squirt mustard in the lounge.
they're
Should've
like,
never
"You like
fucking
this?"
told everyone. Just the amount of time
'Cause
Bam's
they're
done it
30
to him.
years old.
Oh.
So they're like, "Fuck you, Rick."
Hey, we got Tribe North in the chat. That's Jesse Maurice.
What's going on,
That's
Tribe
his
North?
brand right there. I just got that today. Picked that up from him. He taught me some things about silk screening, like printing.
Okay. It's not
And,
very square to the camera there. It looks like
Yo, if
true.
you
No,
send me
it's
one, I'll
not,
wear it
but
on stream,
It's
bro.
there. It's there. And I put it there because it's we're foreshadowing next episode.
With him?
Yep, he'll be
Oh, okay.
he'll be next week's guest.
That's the theme of this show. Fucking, I'll do it next week. Don't worry. We'll be
Yeah.
there next week. Yeah.
Next week I'm down. This week,
I literally got an invite yesterday.
And you're on. That's why full fucking credit, full respect. He brought us a goddamn bottle of Proper 12 here.
should probably cheers right now.
We should probably cheers. We should probably shame the past guests that never did bring us any.
No, don't shame, but this is moving on forward. This is the way.
This is the way.
way.
We don't
Yeah.
shame people here. It's just some.
No,
are
we don't
better
kink
than
shame.
others.
If we invite you to be on the show and you get worried and you're like, oh, I wonder
Yeah.
if I should get them a gift, like, yeah, you should.
That
Just
invitation
Spend your last $10
comes with a fucking bill.
Wait, Kyle G left us here?
Yeah,
Kyle
Kyle
G.
G left us the crank.
Yeah, he
Uh,
finally woke up and got out of here, and that was there when he left.
Yeah,
Jeez.
old school Dimebag Daryl shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you recognize that, hey?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that thing has some history behind it, that's for sure. And they don't make them anymore.
He had a double stack, didn't he?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
one of the cabs, like, because he sold it, right? And then one of the cabs is gone somewhere. Somebody else owns it, but he was able to get this back.
That's
somehow.
insane. Like when he bought that, $2-3 grand. Yeah, that's a lot of fucking money for.
Back when we were in high school, this was like top of the line.
Yeah.
He said he thinks he could probably sell it for what he bought it for, just because it's limited edition. They don't make them anymore.
Fake Dimebag Darrell's signature on there. You sure could.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah. See.
Cheers.
Woo. Yeah.
That's super soft.
Tribute to the Green Ranger.
You know, that actually was pretty fucking good. Proper 12. I'll give him that.
You're right about the spice, but I was expecting like more of a pine sol-y taste, you know?
Right, kind of like a disturbing spice.
Not that I drink pine sol.
No, but you can taste like in the back of your throat. You can feel the spice, kind of, right?
Well, you can feel. Yeah, it feels like a little gas is coming out, but
that's unique to the Irish whiskeys, kind of like.
Well, that's the tongue tingler.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. Bites back at you.
You guys feeling hurt over the Green Ranger?
The Green Ranger.
Oh, rest in peace.
Right.
Actually,
that must be why Davey gave
I'm
us
the Green
these
Ranger.
ones.
No, I rolled them up. Yeah, apparently, the Green Ranger had an MMA career. He was 5-0.
Oh yeah, you didn't
5-0 MMA.
Dude, like
I
10
think he
years ago,
lost one. I think he lost a couple actually.
I thought he was undefeated MMA.
He was actually a brawler. Like he brought it.
Right.
But I think he even had submissions too. Like
yeah, for sure.
I remember him winning by rear naked choke or something the first time I saw him fight, and that was like 2010 or something. Like
it was back in the day.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
And it just said Green Ranger.
It did. The only reason I saw it is because it was the Green Ranger.
I wouldn't fucking know.
And
I just heard that because
Tommy.
It was like a
podcasts.
Facebook headline, and then it said Green Ranger, and then it said his real name too, and I can't remember what his real name is, but I always call him Tommy.
Right. He was the coolest Ranger in the until the White Ranger came out.
When I was
the Green Ranger,
he turned into the White Ranger.
Yeah.
So I mean,
but then White was way cooler than Green.
So get this. So I read the other day, like he did way more than just that too. Like we know him from like being the Green Ranger in the series. You never saw it as a kid, no?
No, I know of a Green Ranger. I don't know the guy who played.
I grew my hair out when I was a kid.
Fair enough.
To be like him.
So as a kid, like we saw him as the Green Ranger, and then the movie came out, and he was the White Ranger, right? He had like a different dagger, and like it was like really
like
cool.
a falcon instead of like a dinosaur.
But then Power Rangers died off, but they kept bringing him back, and he became the Red Ranger, and he played the Red Ranger twice, and then I think he went back to the Green for his last appearance in the Power Rangers movies because they never stopped. Just because it wasn't cool here, Japan loves that shit.
I don't know why anybody kept like track of that. Who gives a fuck what Ranger you played? Like,
I think I was.
I just read because he died, man.
I get it, but like it's like
it's super popular.
Whose hand was in this puppet?
No, but in Japan, it's like huge.
Yeah, I
like
get that.
That's like we have like Marvel in Japan. They care about that stuff. Like that's like super crazy for them. And it's not just like Power Rangers. They have like there's a whole name for the genre.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm sure there's guys out there that are like fucking Green Ranger had such a range of depth to his emotional palette. And like
he was a
Black Ranger couldn't be bothered with any of the actual acting and
the Green
stuff.
Ranger was like
he showed up late to set.
That knew how to fight, and then he became the Green Ranger, and he was actually evil when he first got introduced.
Bad, and then he became good.
And then he became
was the coolest.
Good.
He really was.
And then he and that Jason guy, they were like co-leaders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, every time they needed their asses saved,
Green
Ranger.
Oh, dude.
With this little fucking
you guys got me on that. I don't know that. I just remember I was Black Ranger for Halloween one year, and maybe I'm a little younger.
He had a sword too.
No one cared about the Black Ranger because he had a mammoth as his fucking animal, whereas like the Green Ranger had a dragon.
Costumes. It was real available, you know.
Yeah, he's never done blackface, but he's done Black
Ranger doesn't count. That's the T-shirt I want to make. Black Ranger doesn't fucking count.
How crazy was that show? They had an Asian lady play the Yellow Ranger, and they had a black man play the Black Ranger.
That is like, pretty racist.
Fuck, yeah. Like whoever cast
that. My first crush.
We need to
the Pink Ranger.
We need to.
That was everyone's first crush.
I liked Pink and Yellow. I didn't.
Ooh,
I liked them both.
Discriminate.
I didn't care. I thought Trina was good because she knew how to fight too. So
I wasn't into Asian chicks at that point.
I feel like I wasn't that in depth on Power Rangers this year. All I remember is like maybe a video game at one point.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Well, you're like what, 2 years younger than me?
I was born in '89.
Yeah, so you missed it, I guess.
I was born.
It was already lame by the time you were old enough to give a shit, probably, because like it didn't last long. It was cool, and then the next day it wasn't fucking cool until we're adults again.
Came out. I had such an older mother. My mom was 30 when she had me. That it was kind of like fed to you, like, no, you like this 80s shit. Like, dude, yeah.
I remember Power Rangers being so fucking cool, and then I remember coming to school one day, and I was like, "You see Power Rangers last night?" And they're like, man, it's all about samurai. There was like a samurai human cyber squad or something like that. And like, really? And they're like, it's all about that. And I was like, what? And it's like, yeah, it comes on after Power Rangers, and you watch that. And then there was like a new one.
That late, you piece of shit.
And the guy, when he transformed, he'd like strum his guitar, and then he'd turn into a big fucking fighting robot.
Really?
Like it was called like something samurai cyber squad or something, and like all of a sudden that was cool, and Power Rangers was never cool again until I was an adult.
And no one's ever heard of the samurai shit.
No, that never lived on.
Have you heard of this, Andrew?
No.
Maybe. No, I have not.
Never.
It never lasted like Power Rangers because you know why? It was like the American version of that Japanese shit.
Oh, dude, that samurai Rangers, shit sounds like Ninja Turtles.
No, it looks like Power Rangers though.
Oh, okay.
But they were fighting in computers, I guess. Like, and so there's like a digital world.
Fuck
in the
all
90s.
that.
It's kind of like Reboot. Almost.
Hey, fuck all that. You remember Battletoads, dude?
Hell yeah, dude.
Battletoads.
I love Battletoads.
Battletoads was the coolest video game in the world. Back in the day when there was those stupid Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle video games where you just
like the arcade.
Battletoads would send that full-on fist over like 30 feet.
I remember going to the Wendy's in town back in the day, and in that one room they had fucking those arcade machines, and I'd be playing the Ninja Turtles in there for ever.
I love Battletoads, but Battletoads with Double Dragon. That was the fucking best. They had that at Bubba Baloo's.
They had a mix of
dude. That was the best one. I rented it for Sega, and at Bubba Baloo's, they had it as an arcade.
Remember like how cool you thought that was? You just thought that like, dude, if I could have this in my house, I'd be like the coolest. I could just sit there and fucking die.
My dad rented it for me for like 2 days, like a weekend. And that was the coolest weekend ever.
And you just thought you were the coolest person.
I couldn't even get past the second level, but it was like the coolest game ever, dude.
That's like when I played Mario 3 on the NES system.
Oh, dude.
And I couldn't get past like level 2.
Yeah.
But I just played it nonstop, and I would just die every fucking time.
Eventually I beat it.
I remember as a kid in Las Vegas, you could like there was like a controller coming out of the TV, and you could rent video games, kind of like you can rent movies in hotels. You could rent video games, and I just remember being the greediest little kid in the world, being like not sharing that shit. Like you only rented it by the hour or something, and I was like, I'm not fucking passing this.
Yeah, why would you? You paid for an hour? Why would you?
Yeah. I didn't pay for shit. I was 8 years old or something, but I had my mom's boyfriend's kids with me, what you would call stepbrothers. And I was like, I'm not.
But you were the biggest one, and
I'm not passing this shit,
dude. Back when I was a kid, I had braces, and at the orthodontist there was an N64,
right?
You know, and the whole it's got like all the plastic around it, so you can't touch it. It has one game in it, that's it, and it was Star Wars, the pod racers.
Okay.
And I remember I go there, and as soon as it was free, I'm on it. Like it didn't matter if I won or lost. I was not passing that off till it's my turn to go to the orthodontist. Like fuck all these other kids.
So cringy how selfish we were as little kids, dude.
I was deprived. I didn't have an N64.
Oh yeah. Dude. I was like, I'm not passing this fucking control. I'm just gonna chill with this for a little bit. You guys can bitch all you want.
Well, you know, you say that like as a kid, but like as you get to an adult, there's some people that still
never got out of that.
That's right.
And then so it's like, what's worse? It's like, because like I remember being greedy as a kid, but then also like me and my mom shared the same birthday.
Okay.
So like I learned like, not everything's all about you.
Yeah.
And then so like I learned at an early age, it was because I used to have temper tantrums.
I want this, I want that. Mom, come on, it's my day. What's my day too? Shit, son.
And then it's like, yeah, fuck me.
Yeah. Fuck. That's funny. Yeah. So
I guess I'll wait till Christmas and try to pull this shit again.
Well, no, there was one time on Christmas, I bought my mom a gift, and I bought her Jet Li's movie Unleashed. And
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Did your mom love it?
My really mom opened it up and she's like,
"This is
because you bought it for yourself."
She got so mad. She's like, "You bought this for you." And I was like, I thought we could watch it together. Like, I understand being that selfish.
It's just the most selfish shit.
Yeah.
At least you didn't get her a vacuum.
We can both love this. Yeah.
Well, and I was.
You don't want that? I think I'll just. Yeah.
And I was so selfish. Like at Christmas, I would like try to find where my mom was stashing the gifts, and then I would try to get a peep early. Yeah. And it was just like I was a little shit, man.
Yeah,
like, I'm surprised she still loves me.
I remember one year ripping the presents just a little bit so I could get a peek.
Yeah, get
like the biggest hole, and they're like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you wrecking this?" And I was like, "It wasn't me. The cats did it because the cats are always fucking around over there." It is clearly like a human that ripped it open.
Yeah, it's too precise of his gut.
It was the cat.
No, the cat would have ripped the shit out of it.
Yeah. Cats love Christmas trees and presents.
Oh, they love the bulbs and everything.
On Christmas, we always just throw all our wrapping paper from our presents in the middle of the room, and the cats, we just let them have at it. Yeah, it's Christmas for the cats too. They just go ham.
Okay.
They don't even really shred it. They're just like digging around in it. Like
right.
They're like, oh,
we'd throw it in the fireplace and just light a fire or something.
Oh, fair enough.
I could.
I don't think anybody. I think it's like nobody uses their fireplace for actual fires, and now like it's like built in the housing code that like most people block up their old school fireplaces because it's actually like a hazard and shit.
Yeah, if they don't get cleaned properly, it really is. You can start fires up there.
They get the gas buildups in there, especially if they're clogged and shit. Yeah,
and all the people that clean the things are old bastards.
Well, and most of them are falling apart now. Like on my grandpa's house, his it hasn't been sealed, and we sold the house, but like that thing looks like we've been having some windy days. It looks like on one of our windy days, it's gonna fucking blow it over. No. Like, but we sold it. We're good.
Someone else's problem, just like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and in my line of work, you see that so much. They're like, "Yeah, I want this type of floor," and I'm like, "Your floor's fucked. It's gonna take $1,000 to make this floor
new plywood
in the right condition for what you want." And they're like, "Well, I'm gonna sell it." And I'm like, "All right, say less.
We'll cover it up."
I get it. I'll just throw it down, and there's no fucking warranty. Then okay.
Actually, I might have to hire you to do some flooring for me.
That kind of flooring. You selling them, place?
Well, I am selling a home, yes. Yeah. But just because I don't want to put more carpet in.
Oh, yeah. Just don't put like any more carpet. You hear that? Don't put any more carpet in.
I remember on the last episode, Jared was talking shit about carpet. He's like, if you learn carpet, they'll get you to do carpet.
So you don't do it.
I get it. I get it. The one reason I would ever get carpet, my dog's getting old and he's fucking slipping his feet left and right. And it would make my heart full if I could just see him
some Crocs, some puppy Crocs.
Yeah, take fucking like confident steps.
You can get like nice vinyl that's like more grip for him. You know what I mean? Like vinyl that isn't so slippery. Like you have hardwood. You have like hardwood throughout your house. Like that's why it's so slippery.
Right.
Like on the right vinyl, it has a lot of grip, and
there's something about my breed of dog where they sit really claw heavy.
Do you like trim his claws a lot?
Yeah, you trim them like once or twice, once every week or two.
Okay,
right.
What breed is he?
A German short-haired pointer.
Did you have him when we first met?
No. This is Cassandra's dog.
Oh, okay.
But you can see, like, just as he stands, he's like really forward heavy, like really, really heavy on the claws. So
he's like front wheel drive.
Yeah, right. So on our hardwood, when he really wants to like give her shit on our hardwood floor, he slips a lot.
Okay.
So I got those little mats that have like ribs everywhere that kind of like it's for like boot rooms. It soaks up water and
ribbed shit. For your pleasure.
I cut it up and I put one like a 2-foot strip on every single step up my stairs, and he fucking climbs up there just fine. Yeah. Whereas before he was like slipping around and like having a hard time with his claws. Now he just kind of like, and it's still a hard time, but he's fucking up there. 12 years old is a
Once you get
dog.
past 10, it's like holy shit.
Yeah. And dude, back at 10, we were doing bike rides and shit, like full as fast as I could down a hill. He would chase me.
Yeah.
And then just around 11 or so, it's like he couldn't keep up to the other dog.
His age,
like yeah. And now you can see it in his muzzle and shit. He's all gray.
Yeah. The bigger they are, the sooner it happens.
Well, it happens quick once they get to the point. Like with my first dog, Sarah, she was a German Shepherd Lab Cross, and what is it? Fuck. I'm getting a fucking brain fart right here.
You're good.
No. But it was her hips, because like German Shepherds, they have deteriorating hips. I'm not sure what the actual medical term for it.
Dysplasia.
Yeah, okay. And so she had that, and then and I think she was like 12. She got it got really bad once she hit like 10, and it happens bad in German Shepherds. Like German Shepherd
I've heard of it.
It's a rough breed to own, because it happens, and it happens quick.
They're tough. They're work dogs.
And they're so super loyal. They're protective, and they're great dogs. But it's just like whenever you buy a dog, you got to think like
whenever you buy a purebred dog.
Well, any dog, you just got to think of the emotional attachment, and you got to think like 10. Like I could only get like up to 10 years with this thing, and then I'm gonna be devastated when it passes away, right? So it's like an emotional investment when you get a dog. So it's
for sure. I even considered like when I got Hank, I'm like, should I take this cat home, because I'm gonna fucking love this thing, and then
what happens?
And then 10 years later, who knows, right?
What if a bear rips it apart in the forest or something?
The trick is you accept that at the beginning, and then you don't think about that again until the very end, because why would you torture yourself with that thought any more than you have to before it happens?
Yeah. Well, then I hear people like, this is my 6th dog, and then it's like, I'm like, what in the fuck?
No, the trick is you get a new one before you lose the other one, because if you lose the other one, then you feel guilty about getting a new one.
Yeah. Well, I grew up in a place where, you don't take your dog to the vet if it's having problems, you shoot it in the fucking face or something. So I never had a dog.
Like Old Yeller.
Yeah, I my whole childhood never had a dog, because I never wanted that responsibility to be like,
oh, you were worried about having to shoot it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like I don't want to deal with this shit.
I can't shoot you. I love you.
Right. So I never had a dog. I had cats and stuff, and cats just come and go as they please.
I'm not a big fan of cats, because I think they're selfish cocksuckers.
Everybody loves Hanky.
I like Hank. Yeah, once you give him enough treats,
fucked with me,
then they're cool. Yeah.
No, Hank doesn't fuck with people. He's good.
He's chill. Hank's
I think
chill.
The difference between dogs and cats is a cat will gladly live the rest of its life never seeing you again, whereas a dog will sit there.
You can say that, but when I go to bed at night with my door closed,
I get it.
Hank will show up and be like, meow. Like, he's so lonely.
Give it three months after your death, and the cat's fucking fine.
Well, sometimes cats
3 months after his death, I'll be fine too.
No, after your death is what I mean.
I know.
Whereas with the dog, it'd be a lot harder on the dog versus the cat.
Well, there's been cases of like people dying in their house, and their cats started eating their bodies.
Oh yeah. The cat will eat you.
And whereas with dogs, like dogs will know that their owner's dead, and they'll whine and cry and be super upset. And I trust dogs way more than I trust cats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
cats are catty.
Cats are kind of like a roommate. Dog's your kid.
Yeah,
a dog is a member
of the family.
But like some people say, cats are a member of their family, so I don't want to offend them, because like that's a big
I don't want to offend anybody, but I don't think cats.
I think dogs are like homies. They're like your bros. You know?
I don't get so.
The dog will have your back and try to fight a fucking bear. Will a cat try to fight a bear?
No, I've heard of kids getting mauled by bears, and the dog fucks right off.
That happens too. Yep. Or people breaking into your house, the dog just cowers.
There was this one kid in Burns Lake. He went on to Maury Povich show. This would have been early 2000s. He got mauled by a fucking grizzly bear, and his dog fucked right off.
Yeah,
like just ran the fuck home. This kid, he's from the south side of the ferry and shit, like middle of nowhere.
What breed was his dog? Do you know?
No, I don't know that.
See, I'd like to know.
But you know
I
what?
assume it's a lab. Most often it's labs.
Labs aren't fighters.
They're not fighter dogs. They're lover
They're
dogs.
retrievers.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you know what? The breed doesn't always matter because
a German Shepherd won't run away, I don't think.
Well,
no, German Shepherd will fight.
So my buddy had 2 pit bulls, and people broke into his house and fucking beat him in the back of the head with the butt end of a shotgun, and his brains came out, and his dogs cowered behind the couch.
Well, if
2 full-grown pit bulls that look fucking mean.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, sometimes, like, if your dogs are nice dogs, they'll be nice to everybody, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you train the killer out of them.
Like, a lot of German Shepherds, they're not, like, some of them aren't like that. And
no,
our dog wasn't like that. We had to watch her. Like, and she was a female, but she was so defensive that, like, I remember this lady came up and she was like delivering a newspaper, and we had our door open because it was a hot day, and she was like delivering the newspaper at like 5 p.m. So it was really weird time. And then Sarah shot up after and kind of like grabbed her, but she didn't pierce the skin.
Oh wow.
So like we were lucked out because like she was like, I'm defending my home kind of thing.
Yeah.
And there was I had a gym teacher in high school. He was up in, I didn't really like the guy all that much, so I'm not going to name drop him, but
oh, that's why you should name drop him.
He was up in Forest for the World. And he had his dog, and his dog got attacked by a bear up there.
Oh my! His dog got attacked.
Yeah, the dog. I'm pretty sure his dog got killed. Yeah, because the dog tried to defend him.
Oh, dude! One swipe with his paw, and that dog's dead.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
like those bears are like 15, 20 dogs put together.
I watched a video of 2 grizzlies fighting the other day, and just when the one would like throw its paw with like some force, like the moisture on it would stay there while like you could see it flying off every time. It was just so ferocious, like over
1,500 pounds of like pure fucking fury.
Oh man, it's insane.
A bear, just so everybody knows, there's a big debate: gorilla versus bear. The bear would absolutely.
Bear wins.
So weird. Gorilla, I was just about to say that. That's so weird. You took the words out of my mouth.
I've seen that on YouTube where they do the CGI and they type it in. They're like, "Okay, let's watch."
Yeah,
like kind of like that raptor versus 10,000 chickens or something. Yeah,
there has to be some kind of bear in the same areas as gorillas. Some kind of bear, not the bears we have here. I think because there's bears all over the world, and they're not.
Panda bears are there kind of with gorillas, but panda bears don't fight.
They live in the same place, but they're not as big.
Nothing as ferocious as a grizzly bear.
There's nothing bigger than the grizzly bear.
No.
There used to be the short nosed bear was bigger, but it's extinct now.
Fair enough. But like the next one I'd be scared of is like a polar bear.
Polar bears are probably
scary.
When I've said this a few times, I've said this a few times already, but I'll say it again. When I was in Nunavut doing diamond drilling, the grizzly bears up there are half polar bear. They've been like interbreeding.
They've been mating.
Yeah. They're long-haired blonde grizzly bears. Mm-hmm. Blonde.
So they're like golden.
Yeah.
Even in my
they're like Super Saiyan.
They're but not even golden. I'm serious when I say blonde.
Yeah.
No, for
sure.
I'm pretty sure we learned about that in our hunting class even.
They're called growler bears.
He didn't say that, but yeah, he was saying you will see that as like territories mix as you get farther north. Like
it's because
once you get closer to the borders,
it's because they're going extinct. So they're like, hey, let's fuck.
Well, it's not only that, but it's not only that.
It's like, just, you look kind of like me.
It's like if you get 2 people in the same room, girl and a guy, eventually something's gonna fuck, right?
Yeah.
Cassandra asked what high school you went to.
I went to DP Todd Secondary.
Oh, nice. That's a few blocks down the road.
Yeah. I was a Trojan condom.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I was on the basketball team.
Hell yeah.
And other than that, I skipped a lot of school, and I still graduated, bitches.
Oh, fuck yeah.
What was their team? The Trojan Horses?
No, it was just the Trojans.
Just the Trojans.
So every other school, Trojan condom, you're a fucking condom. And it was like, oh, well, you know what? At least we bring protection.
Watch these basketball skills, bitch.
And we ain't popping out kids. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's so cheesy how funny kids thought they were.
Oh, dude. Okay. the very first basketball game in grade 8, like in grade 8 teams are not serious teams at all. It's just like whoever signs up gets on the team. I remember we're playing PGSS and they were talking so much shit. You fucking PGSS better. And then fucking the kid on their team, we went up to try to shoot and score. We missed. A kid on their team picks up the ball. And then, like, because we kind of got over half and they were kind of getting to our side. And then they shot it. This kid rebounds it. And so you expect him to just shoot it. No, he dribbles it all the way to his own net. He puts it in. Shit. And then we just ripped on VGSS.
His own net.
I've seen videos on YouTube of random people doing that in same level of games. And it's like, it happens. And
it happens.
Like, I've never seen that being like, could you imagine? Like, you never live that one down. It's just like, whose team you fucking played for?
Oh, yeah. It was the funniest fucking thing. And then, like, so we shit talking. We got in their heads, and then we won the game. And it was like, don't talk shit. It's grade 8.
Did you get any?
What?
Well, at DB Todd, there's no windows there. Like, that's weird, eh?
I was just in DB Todd to do voting.
It's like a prison with it's got 3 hallways on, well, depending which way you're looking at it. If you're looking at it from the front doors, it's got 3 hallways on the right and then 1 hallway on the left.
Okay. But there's still classrooms all around the edge, but they don't have windows.
Yeah.
So
some of the classrooms are interconnected, so you can get in.
That's where they send all the bad kids.
There was there was
you were in juvie, you didn't know
exactly. Yeah.
Honestly, there was mostly rich kids and preppy kids.
Yeah, little fuckheads though. They're like, you're going to this school.
Well, and like,
whether you like it or not,
I was actually one of the ghetto kids.
You're not getting school, on that other bus.
I was one of the, on the shittier end of the spectrum. Like, and then like I found out that like the school doesn't actually give a fuck and like they don't know shit. Like,
for what?
Because I skipped a lot of school, right? So
yeah. Oh, so they never called your mom or anything like that?
They called her like once or twice, she said.
Well, we got her on the line now. We're about to tell her.
Hey, we're talking to Mrs. Stashio.
My mom knows everything. And then she's even like, how the fuck did you graduate? Like,
I get it. And same thing with me, not from my mom, but from me. Like, how the fuck did I graduate? So walk me through this one, though. That was a little odd. Your school has 0 windows and shit. You did that like straight through high school. You went to the same high school the whole time.
Yep.
Okay. Was there much rivalry? Like, did you face other schools?
I remember PGSS came over for a big fight in the field at lunchtime.
But this was like a fist and.
This was a fist fight. Yeah. They showed up and it was like we had like a pep rally or something, or it might even have been Kelly Road. But I just remember all these guys in these pickup trucks showed up.
There's a pep rally, like there's cheerleaders, like we're gonna kick your ass.
Well, we just had like this thing where like this. Like we made teams, we did like these root beer like shotguns, and we did all these events.
But you're all separated until like the Anchorman kind of fucking 5-way brawl.
No, and then it was like right after that was over, all the teachers went in, everything was done, and then everybody slowly
did
breaking
this happen?
up.
Did the whole wall of death like everyone?
Oh yeah, 100%
really?
It happened.
Holy shit, dude! I'm jealous. That sounds like so much fun.
It was
this shit.
I would go in, literally. I would do the windmill.
Dude, like, imagine being
get out of here.
Okay,
bitch.
So I'll tell you this. Imagine this is like this happened like as soon as I got into grade 8. I'm like in grade 7. I've been in a handful of fist fights in elementary school.
Are there seniors?
You can't even call them fist fights.
Are these all grade 8s or they're seniors?
No, they're fucking seniors. Grade 12s, grade 11s,
grade 8. You're like 12s. I'm in danger.
This is literally like Braveheart. You're like,
dude.
Some grade 12 just comes up and just fuck you for going to this school.
Fuck you for being less mature than me.
Fuck you for not having windows in your school.
Oh, I remember the grade 9. This grade 9 guy, or no, he might have been grade 12, but he looks at me and he's
grade 9 or grade 12.
No. Sorry,
give or take.
Grade 10. Yeah. Sorry. I fucked up the number there.
That's okay.
But I remember because I was in the bathroom pissing, and I was like, "What's all those guys with the fucking trucks showing up?" And then he was like, "Oh, it's what did he call it? He called it like a fucking." there was like a name he used, and I'm brain farting on the name, but it's like block party, but like for a fight, it's like a school brawl or something.
Yeah.
And then so he's like, "Are you gonna help us out?" And I was like, "Oh fuck!" And then I felt obligated at that point in the pisser. I felt obligated, right? So then I go out there and I'm fucking scared shitless because these guys are big guys. I'm 5'4", 150 pounds. Like
you're ready to go. You're like, oh.
And then like these guys are 6 foot higher.
Football team's here. Shit.
Then I remember just going in, and I just went in, and I was only Taekwondo up to this point. Was it literally
like a mosh pit or something? Like,
well, it was like a line. So there was probably like 18.
How does this happen?
There was probably like 18 of them, and there was probably like 30 of us.
Oh yeah,
because it's our school, right? They came to the fucking. They came
to the wrong school, motherfucker. Even the grade 8s are beating your ass.
Like oh my god! It's like driving up to a military base and trying to attack it.
Yeah, right. yeah. No, I get it.
Organized.
And just and windmills. Everyone's doing windmills.
It's high school kids.
That's how you fight in high school. Windmills and haymakers.
Well, yeah, and it's high school kids, so not everybody's got a license. They can only get so many people over there.
And their Honda Civic. Oh, they're in trucks.
And then everybody gets their friends, and then it's like, okay, so I felt good about that already. We had the advantage.
Yeah.
And then I remember getting in there, throwing a couple punches. I didn't know how to throw a punch because I was a kicker, but everybody said kicking in street fights is dirty. And then
fuck them.
Well, like 1v1, I'll kick the fuck out of you, especially if you're on the ground.
Oh, dude.
I'll kick your face in.
Especially if you started the fight.
If you fucking even just fucking kind of like
look at him funny.
And then
I punched this guy and I broke my hand. Because I didn't know how to punch, right? So I
were still fragile.
I was just 8. Well, yeah, and I was 5.
Hadn't even hit puberty yet.
I was 5'4", 150 pounds.
Yeah.
Like, how hard am I gonna hit you?
See, my problem is I can't remember the last time I was 150 pounds.
Well, that was the last time I was.
No, but I literally I don't remember a time that I ever stepped on a scale and saw 150. Like my kind of like you know, like, oh, the youngest I can remember is 3 years old or something.
Yeah.
The youngest weight I can remember is 160, and that was at like 12, 13 years old.
Okay.
The lowest I can ever remember getting down to, because like, you know, you're a teenager, scrawny teenager, then you grow, and then I lost the weight because I went up to 220. I got down. Sounds like Lucha's here. I got down to 160. That was the low, or 165. That's the lowest I've been since high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, since I've been a teenager.
Yeah, right. And then so coming up, I in the States, there's a big wrestling program, right?
Oh yeah.
So I joined wrestling because it was like kind of like PE. It was
the tights,
but it was another course. But it was like credits you could get. Like it was like PE, a whole other course. Yeah, right. There was a wrestling class. I went into it, and I just remember I would have been 12. And the coach is like, yeah, you're like crazy overweight. You're going to have to fight kids that are like 16 or something like that. And I was like, how the fuck am I going to do this shit?
Man, in Lakewood Elementary, grade 10 or grade 9 or grade 10, like I was a judo guy back then. Like I did judo since grade 5. So in grade like 9 or 10, all of a sudden our PE class has like a wrestling segment, right?
Yeah.
For like a week or two, we're going to do wrestling.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. And then I'm the only one at my weight, whatever that was back then. And then there's like most of the class is like smaller and there's like girls and stuff, but then there's like 5 bigger dudes than me that I had to fight all them.
Some monsters.
None of them beat me just because I knew judo and it just related to wrestling. Yeah. Like they didn't know a fucking thing about wrestling. They're just bigger. I beat everybody. No one in my class beat me.
Because you did the judo. Yeah. The scary thing is
in the States it's different. They take
in the States it's different.
Oh, dude,
no, in the States it's
and they cut weight.
Cutthroat.
Oh yeah.
Cutthroat. 12-year-olds are cutting weight.
Dude, they cut weight.
Dude, yeah.
Like
and their parents are pushing them through it.
Oh, dude, yeah. Like if your
dad's living vicariously through
if your dad used to wrestle and like didn't accomplish much
or play football or
motherfucker, you're regimented. You're getting up at 6 a.m. every single fucking day. Like
you're gonna be the fighter your dad never was.
Kid,
like,
you're gonna
get it right.
Champ.
I couldn't do it, but I'm gonna put you in and make your whole life about it because I failed at it.
And if you're not the champ,
and honestly,
you're
like
getting kicked out.
growing up,
you're
like, oh, this is fucking hard. But now that I'm an adult, I'm like, fuck, I wish someone structured my fucking youth like that. Right, because I grew up without a dad. I had a single mother.
Well, there's pros and cons too. But
shout out to my mom because she kept me on the right path.
Were you a single mother?
Yeah. My parents split up. I think when I was in grade 7. So like, and my dad was never around because he was always partying and drinking with his friends. So my mom fucking she raised me 100%. And
exactly.
She cooked so clean, like everything was so plain, but it was just like meat, potatoes, and some sort of
birthday.
vegetables.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and my mom is like, I'm a big mama's boy. For
that. That's nuts. I did too, but the thing is, growing up, I did 1 year with my mom, 1 year with my dad, and my dad was in Canada, my mom was in America, so it was fucking like really difficult.
That's confusing for a mind that can't think for itself.
Yeah. Not only that, but the social dynamics down there are fucking insane.
What part of Canada was your dad?
Well, yeah, like they don't
Prince George.
Like they don't give any fucks down in America. Like they don't really care about being rude or
no.
It's different. They don't say
football,
sorry.
Yeah.
High school football is fucking church. It's a full-on religion.
Oh, it's a cult.
Yeah.
It's a cult,
dude.
Like people get fucking weird religious over shit like that.
Wrestling is almost the same. I wouldn't say it's as much of a cult as Vancouver.
I never followed that culture.
Yeah.
But I would show up to the high school football games and follow that culture. Insane. Well, there's a full-on stadium. And the away, the
high school matches are huge matches, and then college is like a big
huge match.
And college is way more of a cult because they have the fucking or what are they called, the frats?
Yeah.
But not just that. There's fans that swear by college football and college basketball because that's where people are like really playing their hearts out trying to be somebody.
Like NCAA
before they've made it. So
and most people don't make it out of that.
Yeah, fair enough. And you talk to people who are legit fans of those sports, and that's their favorite is college football, college basketball, because that's where you get the passion.
But not only that, you can get a season ticket for
fuck off
cheap ass money, and you show up every single game because it's in your town.
And the NCAA is fucking so corrupt because they stop all their athletes from making outside sponsorship money, and so you can't go outside. And you can't make any money because, and they make all the money, and then they don't fucking share it with their athletes.
Even their cheerleader associations are fucking corrupt, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
I don't like this. This
what's going on?
I don't like it.
Make sure it doesn't fall off.
No, it's pointed too far at you. I don't like that.
Oh yeah,
I don't like that shit. But anyways, dude, they were full on like they're selling fucking merch. They're selling like fucking bleacher cushions
ticket
and
sales
shit.
Are huge.
Ticket sales. They're selling ticket sales. They're selling food and drinks and shit.
Well, I'm sure they're selling beer.
High school football is a full-on economy in the States, dude.
Oh yeah, high school, and it just gets bigger and bigger the higher you go.
Yeah. But at the 12 to 13 to 17 level, it is full on like militaristic football. I played football in Canada, and then I went to America and played football there. Militaristic, like fucking line up and just get smacked by the biggest dude.
It's supposed to be like it was invented by the military, was it not? It's supposed to be a strategic struggle. Right?
It is.
It's supposed to be like a miniature war.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. You think that like 12, 13-year-olds are having fun playing football there? No.
They're getting CTE.
They're getting smashed to shit. This is the full-on blender that they pull kids out of for the NFL.
And this is the issue that I have with people that say that MMA is like super barbaric. Like
football's worse.
I was in a conversation with somebody and they said something like that to me, and that they're a football fan. Oh, actually, it was my stepdad, and then because we were sitting around, and then he was talking about fighting is
put it higher. Yeah, there you go.
It's pretty.
There you go. You sound way better.
Well, fighting, he's like, yeah, fighting it's too rough, you know. Blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, well, how about football? CTE, creating murderers.
Yeah.
Because I remember I watched this video on YouTube.
The Aaron Hernandez.
Well,
shits.
no, this is before. This is in high school. I watched a video on YouTube of this ex NFL player fighting a cop. And he got on top of the cop. He's obviously like 6'5" or 4.
Cop's fucked.
He's like 400 pounds. He gets on top of the cop. The cop gets his gun out, shoots him 4 to 6 times, and the cop's still getting mauled.
Yeah.
Luckily, the cop didn't die. His people showed up, but I mean, like that cop. He shot him 4 to 6 times, and he didn't he shot him, and he just kept mauling him.
Just so big. He's like, what's a little hole?
Yeah, and that would almost
for a little while.
It's like fighting a bear.
Those cop rounds are pretty small.
Well, yeah, it was somewhere in like Florida or somewhere in the United States where the video
they usually use 9mm,
and they're hollow point, aren't they?
9mm. I don't know about that, but
it's probably a Glock.
9mm not big.
They're hollow points,
and it's just a Glock fucking round. It's not like a fucking 9mm. It's not like the 10mm.
Well, when you're shooting that kind of round, it's a headshot only. If you're looking to kill, if you're looking to maim, but he was just doing it out of survival,
just pop,
because he could barely move his arms because he's got a massive 400-pound man on him. That's all. That's
dude,
all the range of motion he could do.
I couldn't imagine fighting for my life when I actually have a gun on me and I'm like,
and you're getting bested.
But all this technique in my head, like, I could shrimp and fucking try to pull a fucking
not with a monster,
or I could just pull this gun out of my fucking hip.
Here's the thing, if you were fighting someone who knew how to fight, all the techniques, they work to a certain point. But until you're fighting someone better than you,
how many seconds are you willing to assess that situation?
See, if I was a cop, I would shoot instantly.
Right?
Not just that. How willing are you to take your chances just wrestling this guy that's way bigger than you? Say you're like a small cop or like a small chick
and there's
cop.
a 6'6" fucking NBA player. Are you really going to be like, I've done 5 years of jiu-jitsu. I could try to rear naked choke this guy.
And I've seen videos.
Or are you going to shoot him in the fucking face because, hey, this gun is Smith & Wesson equalized everybody.
The taser doesn't even fucking work on those guys half the time, dude. When they're big enough, it's like the bolts don't go all the way through their body or something. They could just fight through it. It's crazy, man. I've seen a lot of videos of dudes just fighting through a taser. That being said, I've seen a lot of people running, get hit, and fucking face plant because they can't move.
Yeah, shout out to Donut Operator.
Look at this guy.
I gotta do a second.
Dude, shout out to Donut. You look like Donut right now.
I know. Lots
you
of
look
people,
like Donut who's ate a few donuts.
Lots of people come into my stream and they're like, Donut Operator?
Shit. Yeah, you look like him. Fuck, I love Donut. He's nice. He's slightly biased towards the cops, but
because he's an ex-cop.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's pretty good at being non-biased. He's pretty good at calling them out when they need to be called out.
I just like watching his videos where the cops shoot the piss out of the fucking perps, and those videos are incredible because I watched this one and this cop got shot 2 or 3 times, and you can hear when you're playing that game Call of Duty and you get that feral rage or whatever that perk was, adrenaline, and you'd hear him start yelling, That's exactly what that cop was doing, and then he fucking fucked the guy up. It was incredible.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And there was one time, I think it was in 2011, 2012, I watched this YouTube video of this. It was back in the 90s. I think it was because it was on a VHS, so you could see the date on the corner.
Yeah.
And so it was 97 or 95, I want to say. But it was an old Vietnam vet who was drunk driving home. And this cop was pulling him over because he's swerving and he's drunk, obviously drunk driving. Well, he didn't know he was obviously the Nam vet, and he had a full AK-47 banana clip in the back of his truck. And so the cop's getting out, talking to him, and then the cop goes back to his car. Then the guy gets out, whips out the fucking AK-47. He had it in semi-auto, but then him and the cop start getting into a gunfight, and the cop, all he's got is his Glock. and then you hear the cop get shot, and then you hear the cop is now deceased, so rest in peace. But like you hear him get shot, and you hear like the fucking sounds of like the gargles and his voice and everything on the camera. And then it's so rough, because then you just see Buddy, like, because you see Buddy like Call of Duty him and like get the best of him, outplay him kind of, and then get the advantage, and then you hear him getting shot, and then you hear him, and then he gets back in his truck and then fucks off. And then I felt so bad for the cop when I watched that video, that like when I see donut operators videos and the cop is fucking like kill shot in the perp, I love it, because the cops, I would never want to have that job. And like everybody shits on cops, but like fuck, man.
Dom says, Jerry, you look like you like to eat donuts too.
Oh,
hey Dom,
you fat shit!
Why don't you come on and show everybody how many donuts you eat?
We gotta do another one of those sometime soon here.
I have a feeling he's gonna sneak in here tonight. By choice. Dom's just gonna make his way in here. Andrew just watched snuff films. Andrew's just watching snuff films. Yep.
What? Snuff films? What are those?
Where they shoot cops with a gun.
I've seen a lot of fucking crazy shit.
You used to send me the dumbest shit, and I would just shake my head and be like, "What the fuck is going on in your head?"
Well, let's determine what's dumb. Okay.
If
Kyle G sent me something silly, I'd be like, "That's dumb." But I used to send you actual gore.
I just mean gory shit where people get shot in the face and or like just the dumbest shit. Like I don't,
maybe Alex wants to see this too.
In no words.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
In no words am I going to say that you're dumb, but I'm going to say that you consume a mental diet that is very
unhealthy,
that is conducive to brain damage.
To be fair, this podcast gives me an outlet for all that content.
Getting hit in the head.
Oh my God, look at this.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Oh. Remember, we're talking about our guests bringing fucking shit home.
Hope you're hungry, man.
Well, we better get him some whiskey. Get this man some whiskey.
Give this guy a fucking cup.
Get him a whole cup of whiskey.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're joined once again by our beautiful and lovely guest here, Luciano. Thank you so much. What do we do for a fourth mic? Can you fix that? Oh, Jared fixed it for us.
Do we have a fourth XLR?
This looks amazing.
Changed up a whole bunch of.
Oh, it's not on. He's got to turn you on here.
There's beer here.
There you go.
Grab a beer. We got whiskey.
Click it up. It should work.
Ladies and gentlemen, I implore you. You've stared at Andrew's face long enough,
and that is awful.
And now we're staring down the barrel at Luciano. Check.
Is it on?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Sweet. Okay, hold on.
Sorry, people.
Here, plug them in.
It's just a little bit of a technical difficulty.
Yo, where's production? Did they go on production? Went on vacation, I think.
Yeah. Well, apparently I'm production, but we'll get there.
Right. All right. Good,
no, that's what I say on my stream.
Check 1 2.
I said.
All right, you can hear.
What?
You can hear.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're good. To go.
You say on your stream, you're just like blame production.
Like, production went on vacation. Sorry.
Yeah, and you're the production.
And then
There's your list.
I'll like yell at it, be like, "Who's fucking changing the mic?"
Holy.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in now, we've got an amazing array of charcuterie here.
Oh my God.
Good to see you. Thank you so much.
You're fucking Italians, eh? Cheers.
Thank you so much. Hey, gabagool.
Gabagooli.
Yeah.
Yo, pour this man a shot.
Capital.
Yep. So he's
I
got
need
Asiago cheese.
We need a shot glass for him.
Is Davey listening?
No, I'm good, man. I'm just coming off of 6. I think I'm on my 7th day. You can probably hear a little bit of my voice.
What's up, drinking?
Like no, I wish I would have been at Vegas. That's a good Vegas story. Dude, come on.
I'm on my 6th day of being.
I can only do 4 in Vegas. I mean, 7 was that's
7 days of what?
No, I just I got a little bit of that.
The itis.
I got the itis.
I got the itis. No, I didn't get the itis. Actually,
remember it's flu season. This used to be normal, right?
Yeah. So I know the normal is like you would say you got sick kind of thing.
Well, you got the flu.
Yeah. Hey,
exactly.
I appreciate it. I very much appreciate everything that you've brought here. This is fucking amazing.
Hell yeah, he gave me a list of everything.
Yeah.
We got Asiago cheese. We got pancetta. I think that's actually Luch's last name. Hot Genoa.
I thought it was Luch.
Salami.
I thought it was Luciana. What's
Wagyu?
The Wagyu. You got to try the Wagyu, man.
Italian meat.
The Wagyu is primo, dude. The pancetta is this one right here, and then Asiago cheese.
This is insane.
What's the Wagyu? Is that the Wagyu there?
I think this is the Wagyu
Damn.
here. And here, I think the general salami.
Did you own this board already, or did you go buy this?
No, I had that.
To be honest, this is the only reason I invited you. No,
You can go now.
Bring that greasy Italian. Bring them in. Like, we gotta eat.
Okay, we do. We got to try some of these.
Anyways, no, I figured you guys were, sometimes you guys, you're doing your show. And
I love it. I love it, but the same thing.
Like that,
same thing I said to him when he brought us this nice bottle of Proper 12.
Did you bring that?
Yeah.
Now that is a good guess right there.
Dominic's talking shit in the comments.
I had to bring
talking shit. Yeah.
See? Now you know why you want me back.
Yes. Dominic's talking shit in the comments. Oh no, Proper 12 sucks. Get some good Irish whiskey.
Hey, I hadn't had it before, so that's the only reason I bought it, because I hadn't tried it. And I bought it for the studio. So
I like it.
Sweet.
I appreciate it.
And honestly, free whiskey is the best whiskey.
I like it. Not only that, even if I paid for this,
it's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
I mean, somebody's just a hater out in the chat.
Well, no. It's a generic.
He's being funny.
It's a generic bar whiskey for sure, but it tastes fucking good. It doesn't taste like what I remember it tasting like. Honestly, it doesn't have so much bite that I don't want another one.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas like some of the the cheap ass Jamesons gives you so much bite you kind of don't want another one.
Oh, dude, or drinking. Oh, what the fuck is that brand?
Dom says you're right. Free booze is good booze.
Yeah,
it tastes better because you didn't pay for it.
There you go. That's better.
That explains everything.
Ew, especially free cheese. I'll take free cheese over free booze.
Actually, it was hilarious because Jared came and picked me up, and then we were in the liquor store, and I picked up. I told him, I was like, I'm gonna buy a bottle for the studio. I'm gonna get Proper 12 because I haven't tried it yet. And then we went in there and I saw Howlerhead, and that's Dana White's fucking whiskey.
I've had it before.
I almost thought about switching.
I know.
Next time, if I'm ever on the show again, I'll bring Howlerhead over because
it's not bad. I've had it before. It's banana. What I ended up doing instead of Howlerhead, what I end up doing is going and buying. I go buy the nicest whiskey that I like, and then I buy a bottle of Banana Balls, and I just. Because I do like the idea of Howlerhead. I do like the idea of banana whiskey, but I don't like the specific whiskey Howlerhead uses. So I go buy like the nice whiskey that I like, and then I just add like a quick little splash of banana balls at the end.
Oh, that's
that's called a King Kong.
It is.
And it's a good shot.
It is.
And so Howlerhead is essentially
King Kong
a bottle of King Kongs, but it doesn't taste like a King Kong. And I'm with Alex.
It's a little odd.
You got to mix your own.
But no, it's just because I'm partial to a specific type of whiskey, especially because Howlerhead's Kentucky bourbon. I'm partial to a specific Kentucky bourbon.
That's what Jared said when we were in the liquor store. He's like, Alex likes more of a bourbon, and he's I like more of an Irish whiskey.
And this is perfect for what Jared likes. Yeah. And honestly, I'm not so picky. It's not like I only drink this one whiskey, and if you bring me others, I'll be like, oh, that's nice, and pour my own. I'll drink anything at all. But one thing that I do like is I'll buy 5 different kinds of whiskey and try them all with the banana balls just to see like which one kind of fucking pumps it up. And I'll also try it with
You're trying to see
butterscotch.
Which one's got the juice.
The butterscotch schnapps. Yeah, I'll also throw a little drop of butterscotch schnapps in some of those shots. Yeah, that's really good.
Dominic says to try pickleback.
Pickleback's good. It's just pickle juice on whiskey.
Do Italians always do that? Or is that Italian thing?
I just discovered that. I think it was last summer. They're just great.
Right at the Clover.
You gotta. Yeah, the Clover.
The Clover does picklebacks really good.
Yeah.
The
old Mikey there down at the Clover there. He's awesome, man. Whenever you're sitting up at the bar.
Mikey, I only know the chick.
The chick.
The chick. What?
Help me out because there's about 5 of them behind that bar.
What's her name?
There's Keisha.
Keisha, that's it.
Keisha.
Our friend,
I know
our friend had an ex-girl. She's Filipino or something. Yeah. She orders picklebacks, and I drank one of hers, so I owed her one, and I had to buy her one there, and that's the only time I've ever bought a pickleback.
Yeah,
but it's fucking good. Yeah.
There's like a group of sisters that work there. I don't know if they all work there, but
they're hot as shit.
My one buddy dated one. He's like, "You ever heard of the 7 Sisters?" I was like, "No." And one time they popped up as people you may know. I clicked on it, and their cover picture was like 7 of them. And they all look the same.
Yeah.
And then there's their dad in the middle. And it's like, holy shit, dude.
He's so pissed. Like, I wanted a fucking boy.
That guy
how many dicks do I gotta worry about right now?
Exactly.
That guy couldn't pull out of his own driveway.
How many fucking weddings do I gotta pay for?
He's like, fuck a shotgun. I got a minigun.
I'm gonna shoot myself.
Oh my God, that poor soul.
Imagine that, like back in the day when you had to pay for your daughter's wedding and shit. Like you have a daughter, yeah?
Yeah, 14 years old.
Do you expect to pay for her wedding?
Oh, I don't know. By the time she gets to that age, fuck, I don't know. I just want to be alive.
It's odd.
I just want to be alive by that time.
It's an Italian tradition as well,
yeah,
right?
no doubt.
So it's like you want to be alive by that point. But if that point were to come 3 months from now, would you be willing? Would you be willing to pay for the
14 years
old? So you're saying that if my daughter was at that age.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know she was 14.
But it's okay. Yeah,
I just knew you had a daughter.
14 years old, 3 months. She's tired. What are we back? Back in fucking Italy? Back in the 1960s?
She's pregnant from another 14-year-old.
Cops are getting involved.
Yeah, I don't know
click,
that.
You're getting fucking there.
Someone's getting if it's in 3 months.
There's gonna be a lot of sharp knives out there. I'll tell you that much.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
I know it.
Yeah. But would you be
I'm
willing?
Italian. I can read between the fucking lines. That's the way my life's been. Okay.
One of my last girlfriends was Italian, full blonde Italian. I went down to Vancouver and we did the 7 courses of fish for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
And stuff like full on Italian.
Bacala. You had some.
Yeah, right.
Fuck man, that's good.
But never did I.
Great cologne.
Exactly. Yeah. Never was I brave enough to ask, like, so how does this wedding work? Like, who's paying for that?
No, that's what you get. You get the 7 course. You get like
a
you
fish,
get 7,
and they all have fish.
I went to my cousins back in Italy. 2003. I think it was 2003.
Wow.
And it was an old, it was a castle, and then they had a band, and the band was just, oh man.
And you did.
There's nothing like Italian music. I mean, come on, it's in my DNA. I mean,
the coffee.
No,
Mambo Italiano.
No, it's like it's romantic.
The mandolin.
It's beautiful. I mean,
Dean Martin, bro.
Not to be, like that, but
I remember the first day I came to work, and I was like, I come to work, and I was like, I like Dean Martin now, and he's like, oh fuck. So I started playing shit. You ever heard this song, Mambo Italiano? He's like. Yeah, like a million fucking times. Like at every fucking family gathering.
Do you want an 8-track?
Yeah. Hey, I got some V-cut shirts. Anybody want some V-cut shirts?
Yeah. They're all making a comeback. These are those hot peppers, man. These are
I want to try these.
Oh, are they good?
Oh, they're so good. These are my faves right now.
I don't want to start sweating right here on the show.
Jalapeno.
You already were. You already kind of are.
Yeah, you're
a hot boy.
I remember I looked at you and you had some beads on your forehead. I was like, I'm not even sweating. What's going on? My pits are a little sweaty.
I tried to start the fucking show off wearing this.
Wow.
Oh, my Pink Floyd
the
Christmas
Pink Floyd.
sweater.
Were you actually wearing that? I never saw you take it off.
And then I started. You noticed me sweating though.
I did. Because I looked at your forehead and I was like, "Holy fuck, he's got some beads."
Because I
this man's a liar.
That's like my mom's generation would fucking go crazy over that. They'd love that. Yeah.
What?
The Pink Floyd sweater.
Well, they'd probably just love your mom's sweater.
He's like, oh yeah, old people might like that.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, yeah. Hey, how's that work? Yeah. No.
Burnsy over here.
My mom loves Pink Floyd. She was a roadie for
Everybody
Pink Floyd in the 80s.
Money.
In the 80s, she was a roadie?
She did like moving stuff around in Toronto. Yeah.
Sweet, man.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably got some wicked story.
I couldn't tell you. She'd be a nice guest one day. Hey,
you know,
hell yeah.
Yeah. It was funny because we were getting our tires done over here at Costco, and the young guy there, he's I don't know, early 20s and stuff like that. And he's just like, you know, Eddie Van Halen is doing his thing, and And then I seen him, and I just said, yeah, I got to get these tires torqued and stuff like that. I go, you like Eddie? He goes, fuck, man. He goes, all the old music like that was just classic. I said, well, I seen David Lee Roth and Eddie Van Halen. I was in row 7 down in Vancouver way back in the day. I mean, like, this guy was shredding it back then, man.
Yeah,
I mean, I was just honored to be in the presence of this band
back then.
You know, back in the day, right? I mean, like,
what was the craziest band you saw come to town here? And it was probably back in the day too, I would imagine. Avenged Sevenfold, really?
I honestly, I've seen a lot of bands through this crazy life that I've been in.
That was cool.
And I just thought that they put on a beautiful show in Prince George, like rock star. It was just, I
went to that show with my mom.
Did you?
Yeah,
I was at that show too.
Yeah, fuck, man. They put on a great show for Prince George. Usually it's sort of a, oh, okay, Prince George. Yeah, we can get it in before we go up to Grand Prairie.
Yeah, they sneak it in.
And they kind of sneak it in, kind of thing, right?
So that was the Backcountry kind of album.
No, that was the album.
Once they started Hail to the King.
Yeah.
Hail to the King.
Right on there.
I remember
Mike Portnoy, right?
Oh yeah, he did go on tour with them and filled in because he was out of.
So that was just after he left.
But I asked my grandpa the same question. What's the best concert you ever seen here
in Prince George?
Prince George.
Said that, yeah, because I've seen so many.
What do you think he said?
Bare Naked
Boney
Ladies.
M.
I was so surprised. Johnny Cash.
Really?
Apparently, back when this town was nothing, Johnny Cash came all the way up here.
No way.
Now, my grandpa has dementia. Shit. We don't know if that's for sure, but that's what he said.
Just
if he's got dementia, I want to hear the stories, okay? Because that's awesome. If they got dementia, I want dementia when I get older. Fuck it. I want to tell the same story. You get dementia. I want to tell the same story in the Italian version fucking 10 times over.
Just get boosted.
You live on the internet long enough, you'll get dementia.
Yeah. First class ticket to dementia. Fucking
right,
we're going
Give it to me right now.
Yeah.
Dom says Luch is older than my mom. I don't.
No.
Is he trying to be funny? Because I don't think
Is this my good side?
Wait, how old
that is your
Luch?
good side. Yeah.
No, he's.
I got the hair down. Look at this, man.
I can tell.
Dom's like, I can't believe Luch doesn't remember Johnny Cash.
Oh. Wow.
You're making this shit up.
No, that's what he's getting at with that comment.
Okay, so what is your favorite concert in town?
That I've seen in town? Summer Slaughter 2008.
Oh, Soilwork.
We got to see we got to see Whitechapel, Veil Maya, Necrophagus.
Soilwork was the headliner, weren't they?
No, Necrophagus and Dying Fetus were. But who else do we have on there? I'm on the spot right now.
Because that was at the Roller Dome.
I just remember there was so many.
I can't remember the tracks they did.
Into Eternity.
Necrophagus was fucking.
That's
nuts.
the Canadian one with
Back
the old
then,
Iced Earth.
Necrophagus was like those guitar players that could just shred fucking.
They
crazy.
headlined and
Necrophagus had Muhammad.
And I haven't heard of them since.
He is a god.
Those were those bands where it's not like we're doing it for dumb like
Hans Grossman. Oh my god!
Right.
You saw the German legend play drums.
It wasn't like they're doing it for the sake of being fast and brutal. They were actually like playing guitar perfectly, fucking like.
They're just so technical. Yeah. They play that normally. I remember Into Eternity. Yeah. I was so stoked to see them, and then when they were done, we went when the whole thing was done. We went around back, and we're like, hey, we got this blunt for Into Eternity. It's our bass's birthday, and fucking, we saw them pretty quick. They're like, oh, sure. And Matt rolled the nicest, biggest blunt. And I remember me and the lead singer sat there smoking. Well, everyone smoked it, but we were in the middle of this circle, and we had all these people who came with us, around us, 20 people. I remember he couldn't get over. He's like, who the fuck rolled this thing? He's like, it is so perfect. We're all there's 20 of us getting baked right now. Wow. But that's my favorite band.
Alex, what was your favorite concert from town?
I was just sitting there in Burns Lake one day, and this was 2006, 7.
Holy shit.
So it was early internet days when you didn't really have much.
16, 17.
We were in Burns Lake. We realized, tomorrow there's a Lamb of God concert in Vancouver.
Wow.
It was an offshoot of Ozfest. So it had Behemoth, 3 Inches of Blood, Lamb of God, Hatebreed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. Okay, yeah.
We just looked on the internet, they're in Vancouver tomorrow, and
3 inches. That's where they came from. Was Vancouver.
Exactly.
And here.
We were.
Well, no. I know they've played here, but like I think they.
No. One of their members is from here.
Oh, really?
Grew up in like Pineview or something.
Oh, really?
No way.
Yeah, dude.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, they're pretty local. Like
Hatebreed
not
was
everyone
nuts.
in the band, but
well, Hatebreed was
Lamb of
like
God
probably
was
the biggest.
fucking insane. Behemoth walked through the parking lot.
Oh man!
And I was just sitting in the park. They walked between like literally there was 1 foot or 2 foot. They walked between 2 cars that I was just sitting in, and I was like, I didn't know Behemoth. Like I didn't know European shit. I was like, hey, are you in a band? And he didn't really know English. So he was like, yeah.
He's like Satan.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Those guys are great though. Like I think they just play that Satanism. It's like part of the band.
They're
so this is a bit of a story. We had like lack of a better word, a sugar mama. Like she wanted to fucking, she really wanted to fuck with us, and like she had money and shit. She's like, we could go down to Vancouver.
So what did you have to do to get down there?
No, nothing like.
Yo, shout out to sugar mamas all over the world.
Straight up,
fuck yeah.
My friend Julian, you guys, you know Julian, he's the drummer.
Yes. Because Matt,
he used to drum with Matt.
Smashies.
Matt and his younger brother would have came with me on this trip if they would have just woken up like 2 hours earlier.
Oh shit, Matt!
They did not wake up, and we left at like 6 a.m. and shit. And so they showed up at the house like, "Where's everybody?" And like, "No, hey, we're gone." We went to this show, dude, and we had no tickets, sold out. Oh. I show up at the venue.
You bought scalper tickets?
I have $400 in my hand, and I'm like 17. I'm not even 18.
You're just wanting 17. To party.
And I'm like, ticket, scalper, nothing the whole time.
Shit.
Listen to this. So, like I told you, the Behemoth guys were walking through the parking lot. We were there like 10 hours early. And so we're just parked in the parking lot, like fucking tailgating. Those guys walk through. Like I said, I was like, "Are you in a band?" He's like, ugh. He doesn't know English either, so he's like,
"What are you saying?"
Yeah,
little boy.
But Lamb of God put out those DVDs back then. This was like 2008.
Well, this is
this wasn't
like
even 2008.
after Ashes of the Wake.
Yeah. This was right when that biggest album.
That was like their big breakthrough
with Omer. No, with the Late to Rest.
It had Omerta, Late to Rest.
That album was crazy.
That album was crazy. But they put out the video.
Faded Line.
Yeah, Faded
Line.
I forget.
It's the Faded Line.
There we go. They put out the video that came with the album, and so like their guitar tech is kind of prominent in the video. I see their guitar tech walking through the parking lot. I go up to him. I'm like, "Here's $400. Sneak my ass in the back, and I'm never gonna talk to my friends again. Fuck them."
Did he do it?
He told me to keep my money. He wrote my name down +3. Fucking free. We got into the show.
The guy's probably like, nobody's ever offered me.
I got
money.
to spend all that $400 at the merch table.
Yeah,
just like,
that's so tight.
I was 17, dude.
That is so tight.
Got in for free just because I was like, dude, this is yours. Just sneak me in the back door. We're never gonna see each other again.
Save your money, kid. I got you. I love that.
Yeah. What's the craziest time you had at a concert?
Oh fuck, man! We did a runaway there in Vegas for Motley Crue on their last tour. There.
How did I know it'd be Motley Crue?
I seen them.
You older
10
guys,
times.
Motley Crue's
welcome to the jungle.
Well, shit, that's what I think it was my first road trip to Vancouver. I think we were doing. I think it was girls. Might even
girls.
Might even before girls. I mean, it was Theater of Pain. I think we were going down. I was like.
That Girls album was a great album.
Man, I was like 16 years old. I just finished at the grocery store. I'm like, Mom and Dad, I'm going camping. I said, my mom and dad, Italian. Like, where the fuck are you going? And I was
where
just
the
like,
fuck are you going?
I gotta go camping. You're like, camping? What the fuck is camping?
Lucha's like, hey, Italian, what's on the commotion? Come on.
Like, Dad, what do you want? A fucking axe? Anyways, no. So we jumped in the, I jumped in the truck. Next thing you know, by fucking Cornell, I'm up at 6 beers deep. By the time we got to Williams Lake, I'm like, what the fuck? But anyways, no, it was a great. We got down to Vancouver, and it was just another. that was my 16-year-old when I did that one. But the best one was probably, yeah, she was a great runaway there. One of my buddies just did a stint for 3 weeks down in the Caribbeans or something like that, and he just came back with a fucking shitload of money, and I was just like, Denali. We were going it was just awesome. I'm like, I got this, Bill. He's like, fucking put your money away.
Yeah.
It was just awesome. Everything about the whole thing, it was A class. We had the best. We had rooms. Like it was killer. Both my brothers are like, who the fuck is this guy?
Right. If you never party with a rich person, you got to do it. It's always nice when someone's like, here's everything for free for one
Here's
night.
some money. Go gamble.
Oh, dude.
I've never had that. So rich people watching, take me out.
Take him in.
Someone take Andrew.
Somebody
Come on.
treat me.
It's the best.
Sugar mama, help him out, please.
Yeah, exactly. No,
It's good.
It's
It's
the best.
those guys that don't get to do much, but they make a lot of money. You go out with them, and they're just at the end of the day, they're like, oh, fucking. They don't say shit, but they'll get up and talk to the waitress, and then the waitress come by and be like, oh, so he paid for everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just like my daughter now. She's understanding. Like she's 14 now, and she knows all the dad's music and stuff like that. And it's all hair metal band and just good old classic.
Great shit.
Mama Papa's. Like just some just good music kind of thing. Right now, she's just like she's singing it now, and like, okay, well, Dad's gonna play his music, and she'll just sing along with it because it's easy to sing along with these songs.
It's so catchy.
Girls.
Yeah. Live Wire. No, she's listening to the old stuff. Live Wire.
Really?
You show her like the good hair metal, like Rat.
Oh my god.
Anvil.
Hey. You know what I was listening to on the way over here?
What's that? Switchblade Union.
Yeah, I love
right.
Bro, he was listening to Moments of Clarity.
No, but Def Leppard. I love Def Leppard. I always thought that they were a good band.
Def Leppard's dope. I've seen them twice.
War of God was just I just love that song. War of God.
I don't even know that one.
Geez, we'll have to play it, man.
Def
Leppard plays some good. You know what? Actually,
play it right now. Oh no, wait, we're on YouTube. We'll get copyright.
When was it? 2020. I think it was in Vancouver.
Really?
It was the fall of 2019. Okay. Fall of 2019, before all the shit happened and everyone got retarded and stupid. But anyways, it was 2019. It was Journey and Def Leppard, and they sound awesome. Even on this stadium tour, which I thought, I'm not going to do this stadium tour. It's
and there's a new singer in Journey, I'm pretty sure.
70,000 people. What are you going to do? Look up the Jumbotron and fucking try and sing along with the whatever, karaoke.
Right.
No, but anyways, so
Def
Leppard was, in my opinion, like they still got it. The voices were still good. Like Motley Crue's done. Vince Neil is done.
Yeah.
Vince is like.
Dom was just saying Vince Neil needed oxygen at that show. And he's such a big fat fuck, man. You think with all that money, it's you done. Just chill out and try to keep somewhat healthy.
I'm just happy that I was able to see them in their prime. And then the other thing I was saying to, like my daughter's at that age now. So I'm just saying like some of the greatest music. And even I said that to the guy at Costco when he was doing the things. I was just like, the greatest music was when these guys were high. They were out of their tree.
That's true.
And I'm like, man, like you imagine the frequency that they're connecting. They're higher than high. I mean, and they're in their own fucking world. But at the same time, they're connecting with the crowd. The crowd's just fucking loving it.
Yeah.
Right?
Because we love high energy, right?
We love high energy.
Well, because Andrea told us Johnny Cash played here February 23rd, 1959. Wow. That's actually where Luch and Dom met.
Yeah.
At the front row together.
The old Civic Center. The old Civic Center.
Right now.
That's when they started losing their hair.
Switchblade.
I was 16. It was my first episode.
No, I think the first one I went to was actually Bryan Adams. I thought Bryan was my first concert ever in Prince George, down at the old Coliseum. Wow. Well, the Coliseum's down there still.
What year was that?
He's, I think, 19. I might have been 14.
That's number
1914?
No,
number 3.
I was just thinking, like I was 14. I was 14 years old, but I saved up my paper money and I went down there. It was Cuts Like a Knife. I mean, all that, the whole
Cuts Like a Knife.
That whole album was awesome, right?
When I was a kid, my mom.
Vancouver Special. Amy's from band.
My mom took me. I can't remember which one was first. I think it was Alice Cooper. That was the first one I remember going to. Yeah. And then the second one was 5440 and Hootie and the Blowfish.
5440.
Hootie and the Blowfish opened.
Wow.
5440 came on. And then they even all played music together. And
dude, Hootie and the Blowfish has great
It was
songs.
Pretty dope. 94X used to play that shit. And then At one point, they were too cool. They even had like radio commercials like, we don't play Hootie and the Blowfish. It's like 5 years ago you were. Like, now it's not cool. Like the Power Rangers, I guess. Like,
yeah, no, I still admire some of the, I'm actually, it's genres of music and stuff like that. I appreciate just all genres, really. I mean, like you were into jazz. We'd be working at, remember you were putting on jazz, and I just thought, it's awesome because there's stuff.
You didn't like the metal though?
No, there's
not
a little bit.
Yeah.
I had to acquire that. Like it was just a different beat, and
taste.
it was a little bit too much for me, but whatever.
I literally did come to work one day and be like, I like Dean Martin now. And be like, hey, do you know this song, Luch? It's like Mambo Italiano. And he's like, yes.
Play it again. I haven't heard that.
Well, I hate country and I love Alan Jackson. So what does that tell you?
That means you like country.
He's gone country.
Yeah.
Look at them shoes.
What are these things?
Figs.
They look like dried mushrooms.
Yeah. They're not the best.
I thought they were like truffles or something.
Those things don't.
I thought they were like a date the way that their texture was.
Yeah,
but
no, those are fig.
yeah, they're all right.
I'm not gonna lie, those don't pump me up, and I'm not the biggest. I'm not the biggest jalapeno guy, but if you guys are
nice,
fucking
man.
smash those, I'll eat it. I'm not a bitch. I ain't no bitch.
They're like
Little bits.
They're about
Well, I look like a bitch to you?
No.
And then you bring us.
Look at me, I'm chomping.
All these seed
You think
oils.
this is nice?
But I'm going
You think this is nice?
Yeah, man.
You think this isn't painful and fucking horrible?
Surprised you brought us.
You think I enjoy this right now?
But I'm chomping it.
Luch, you brought us the seed crackers, the seed oils. It's like you want us to die earlier. So. I'm just kidding.
Die, motherfuckers.
This is great pod, just crunch.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The crunch.
Luch made it the best. He provided food. Like
I honestly, this
he's
is a
like
signature.
the dad of the podcast. Right
This is a
now.
signature thing. These are chips. Signature Luch move here. Fucking love it.
Typical Italian. Italian move.
Yeah.
Because Dom does the same thing. So that's two Italians that do the same.
I'm Indian.
All
Irish,
Italians
French.
must do it.
You
They're
look
You know what?
super
Honestly,
selfish.
well, we're going into that season, right? I mean, it's all about
eating.
well that too, but I mean, to put things into perspective, man, we're a divided society, man. Like, I mean, we really got.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
get
not,
what you mean. Yeah.
not to go down, this kind of thing path right
No,
now. 'cause
no,
we're having
but
a different conversation.
Baby steps.
But
We're still having people over.
I think we just need to remind people that, whatever side of the fence you're on all this kind of shit, because there's a lot of heavy shit that's going on right now, and it's always the Italians and the Europeans. It's always been about the food, man. Honestly, like at the end of the day, we're still sitting at the fucking table, and my dad was like, "Don't clean the table until your
fucking mother does."
Right,
I remember you guys saying
you don't
we
fucking move a muscle till your mother cleans the table. That's what he used to say. Okay, I'm wrong. I'm sorry.
Until everyone's done.
Bernsey over here. I don't know what kind of fucking shit you guys are doing. Well, we're way over here.
Hey, even a broken clock's wrong most of the day.
But I remember. I think
that was the dumbest bit.
I think you meant even a broken clock is right once a day.
No, a broken clock's wrong most of the day.
All day.
Right now, the Italians are the bad guys of Europe.
Yeah, we didn't make the world. Yeah, because we didn't.
Because you guys elected a conservative leader.
No, but why?
Now you guys are the fucking enemy of Europe.
No, dude. That chick is amazing. That Italian chick.
I know.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
That wasn't my opinion. I'm just saying.
That woman.
The rest of the world.
No, you must have seen that on CNN. The trusted news source.
I can only assume what they're saying.
I'm more pissed that Canada's in the World Cup and Italy is not. Italia is not.
Right.
What does that say about the Italian team?
Macedonia.
Yo, we gave Belgium waffles a run for their money.
Let's see. Is this a World Cup here?
Yeah.
Really?
Canada's in it,
Canada's
dude.
really.
We just lost.
You don't know what's going on, right?
No, I'm sorry.
All right.
I remember 2006 World Cup was fucking crazy. 2006 World Cup, they were like bending the ball over like 30-foot fucking arcs and shit and going in the corner of the
David
net.
Beckham.
Now, like you look at, it's not that exciting anymore. Like I remember, it was like seriously.
Hey,
I think you were looking at highlights because it's never been that exciting.
That's true. That could be true.
Just stop right now.
And I was 16.
I think your girlfriend is listening to this. any sport right now, and you get together with your bros, is exciting.
It's fun, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
It's like fishing.
Well, I'll give you
You
that.
don't get no fish, but it's the greatest day because you went fishing.
MMA is a
I'm
different
with
breed.
you.
All right.
We're not against each other.
Dom says, Alex, that boy don't watch the stupid box.
It sounds like Alex. It sounds like Cassandra like doesn't let Alex on the internet for a very long time.
No, Alex. Just
It's not the internet, it's the TV. I don't get TV.
He's got like an hour only.
Alex works and he comes home and plays Modern Warfare 2, and that's it.
Hey,
There's no
Alex,
internet.
Fuck you if you don't.
We gotta get gamer tags.
Let's do it.
I play that.
Let's do
I play
it.
the shit out of
We
that.
should start a dual stream where
Oh,
it's
we can
me,
do a
yeah, me and you, yeah.
Yeah.
And we actually
game
like just
together?
talk shit the whole time.
Yo,
Because if
yeah.
you could actually be on your game of talking shit.
I
like,
started streaming a lot lately. So
Really?
like I stream like at least twice a week now.
that's good.
And I'm back. I'm starting to get my old viewership back. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get my viewership to watch this podcast, but I am gonna get them to watch the VOD.
That's fine.
So
Baby steps, dude.
no, well, I just wasn't ready. Like Jared, like I took like 4 hours, 5 hours to respond to Jared's text yesterday because I was gaming Modern Warfare 2 for 6 hours live on stream.
Wow. And that's understandable.
You're like, how come Alex doesn't go on the internet? He's doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
How come we didn't see these fucking black guys getting shot in the
like,
face?
I live on the internet. Yeah, like I'm a big internet nerd. Like that's where I get all my knowledge because I'm a fucking idiot, right? But you know,
We'll get there. Hey, I'm really interested in that. If we could do a dual stream,
do you
because
have,
I
do
see
you have
it.
the same phone number?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just text you my shit.
Same phone number I've ever had.
Yeah, so because we used to text
Yeah,
way back
yeah.
in the day when you thought that I was serious about like training, and I was like, no, dude,
I know, right? I try to drag everybody.
You got like you were super into it when I was like getting out of it, kind of thing. And then I started playing golf, and I was like, you know what, this golf
This is a lot nicer.
Well, it's harder than martial arts, but it's more peaceful.
Less bleeding, you know?
Yeah. Less like damage.
Is it harder, or is there just less consequences for your fuck ups?
Well, no, it's like golf is the hardest sport I've ever.
I'd rather get punched in the face than miss a drive.
Like,
You
know what?
I can recover from getting punched in the face just fine.
You can't recover from missing. The
No,
drive,
that pisses me off so fucking hard.
Oh, we gotta go golfing.
I'll go golfing.
I'm such a golf nut.
Yeah.
Like.
No, that pisses me off so. If you fuck up, like I would gladly just take a fucking punch to the face and be like, "Oh well, good job, bud. Like let's keep on keeping on." But then if I miss a drive, it's like, and people are watching and it's like you don't get to redo that.
Oh,
Like,
my dad
God damn it.
He used to make fun of me because he's like, because my dad, he got me into golf like when I was like 5 or 6, like hitting golf clubs because that was his sport and he was good. Like he parred courses a couple times and like he wasn't a pro or anything like that. Like didn't win big money or nothing, but he was a great player. Like if you played him like in the afternoon match play, my dad would probably win like $500 off you if you guys bet.
Yeah.
And so like I was like 5 or 7, you know, he'd bring me out. I'd just be like playing around in the sand. I obviously because I didn't know
in the sand pits.
Yeah, like I'd just be like fucking around, fucking off on the course. And then eventually, like when I did hit balls, like I got a little bit of his natural talent. And then so like when I hit a good one, I fucking hit a good one. And I remember because I was on the front lawn of my grandma's front yard, which was I'm not sure if you ever came to that house once, I think.
By the mall?
When I was living at my grandpa's.
By the mall?
Slightly, yeah. Like over by Abbott on Abbott Crescent. And so I was like probably like 7 years old. And my grandma gives me this like Reno dice that she got from Reno back in the day. And it was about the size of a golf ball. And I had this like golf club there. So I just keep trying to hit it. I'm not hitting shit. I don't hit shit. Like I swing at it probably like 200 times and I can't hit it. And then like 201. I fucking hit that dice and it hits the front window and just shatters the whole fucking window.
No.
I instantly like start crying. I'm like, oh my God, everybody's going to be so mad at me. I just fucked up. And they come out and they're like, "Wow, that was a great shot."
That's awesome.
They're like, "We were watching him miss. You missed that ball like every time, or you only moved it 5 feet, and then you hit a good one. We're not mad."
Maybe you could have been aiming away from the house, but I'm not fucking worried about that.
Fucking Dom's like, Luch looks like a deer in the headlights when you guys talk about gaming. Only time I see Luch silent.
Sorry, Luch.
No, go ahead. Fill your boots. Go on.
Oh, you know what?
What was the last game that you played, like video game?
Fuck.
I mean, what was the first and
Pong.
probably only Pong?
I just never
played
fell
Pong
into
when
that.
it came
You never
out.
did Pong. You never did fucking Ninja Turtles or
All the right
Mario.
You know, like we just, I had the Nintendo and the Atari kind of
The Mario and
Oh,
shit.
he
It goes
played
back to
Paperboy.
that.
The alien shit.
That was like when those games were kind of coming in, and there was Coleco, and I still got some of them, but anyways.
Oh shit!
I don't know what the
Worth
fucking
money.
Coleco is.
No, that's awesome.
They still
What?
got the fucking game console and everything like
What's a
that.
Coleco?
Look at that, Dom.
Coleco?
Luch is talking about games.
Fuck you, Dom.
Yeah, fuck
He
you.
ain't no deer in
He
headlights.
knows about games.
Dom,
He's got
what are
to
you
bring up
talking
the right.
about? I still got Atari.
He's got to bring
Yeah.
up the right
He's a
console.
wizard.
So Coleco. So tell us.
Coleco, yeah.
ColecoVision.
It was like the
Yeah.
Nintendo before the Nintendo.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It
I
had, like,
played
the
it.
turning
I played
wheel.
it. You ride down the street on a
Oh.
bike and you press a button and he throws a paper and you try to get it in people's mailboxes you
Yeah.
go by.
Right.
Yeah,
And
just never
that's
kinda
the
got-
game.
and then
You ever
never
play
carried on with
Paperboy?
it.
No, but I
carried on
did
with
play like early Nintendo. I remember like racing games. I remember this hacky sack game
What?
and
For
shit.
Nintendo?
Yeah, dude.
What?
I swear, I swear, I'm
sounds
not,
like it
I'm
was
not
before
making
its
this
time.
up. I swear.
Yeah, Jesus, that sounds
Yeah.
hard.
I remember Paperboy. I played the shit out of
Yeah,
Paperboy.
Really?
I went to my buddy's
Yeah.
house and he had an Atari or a Calico and whatever it was.
Coleco, yeah.
He had Paperboy and we
And I-
played that. And I remember thinking like, this is the most basic game I've ever
Yeah.
played, but it's fun. I'm trying to
It's
get it
so
in these fucking
addicting,
mailboxes, and then you're hitting jumps too.
And
There's,
you
like,
can't
bonuses.
crash into the cars. and,
Yeah.
Right.
Dogs come try to
Yeah,
bite
you gotta like
you.
go
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
stuff while you're throwing papers at people's
Well,
houses.
Yeah, and then what's that other fucking game? Oh my Pitfall.
Pitfall, oh yeah. That was on
was-
Atari.
that
That was
was-
on
yeah,
Yeah.
Atari.
That was good. Yeah, that was fun.
I played Coleco and Atari
Yeah,
when I
fuck
was
your
a kid.
age and me.
And then
Fuck off, all you
fuck,
guys.
I was born in 1990. Like I'm just a baby, dude.
ColecoVision
You're younger. Yeah, you're
1990.
younger than me, and I didn't get all those things.
says ColecoVision had Donkey Kong Jr. Wow.
Really?
Really?
Well,
Before
yeah,
Nintendo had it?
had like
I thought that was a
art.
Nintendo thing.
Oh yeah, no, Coleco did have.
Wow.
Wait,
Like I said, I
you
got a whole
would
bunch of the
know.
games.
It was
I got a
like
whole
an
bunch of games.
arcade version
Yeah.
of Donkey Kong. It wasn't like that story driven
Yeah.
type.
Okay.
So it was like you basically spawn in and then you like got ladders and you got to go up and like.
You're
dodge
Mario,
shit.
aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
You're Mario, and you got to get up to the
defeat-
top.
Oh,
you
I've
gotta
seen that.
defeat
Yeah,
him.
that's
I just
the,
always thought that was
Yeah.
Nintendo.
that was Donkey Kong.
It's like
It was
snakes
Donkey
and
Kong.
ladders with a
Yeah,
fight at the end.
yeah.
That's one of the oldest.
And you got to
games.
avoid the barrels.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
throwing shit at you. Yeah.
See, I always thought that was Nintendo.
I was such a gaming nerd, like, and martial artist at the same time.
Bernsey.
It's so weird.
You guys didn't even have fucking TVs
Didn't
out
have
there.
shit.
alright?
The
You
thing
got
is, I
nothing
didn't-
out there.
I didn't
Still
actually
more
live in
wood.
Burns Lake until I was 13. That's the sad part. So I immigrated to the
Burns Lake
70s.
has incredible
Where the hell are we?
musicians that come
Yeah.
out of there.
In the 2000s, I immigrated to the 70s really quick. Yeah. Yeah. Before that, I was living in Nevada, like in the real world, doing like real shit. I playing Xbox like a normal kid,
Yeah.
right? But
Wow, you guys went from Nevada to fucking nowhere.
to the middle of nowhere, literal middle of nowhere.
Huh?
The weirdest thing,
Nevada's sick though. There's
the weirdest
Vegas.
part of it all is Christmas. Like that, we're around Christmas time here. Down there, it doesn't get white. So Christmas
No.
is just another time of year, kind of like your birthday.
Christmas is
I
still
say that
20
because my birthday's in
degrees.
summer and it just looks like another day of the year.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just another day of the year. There's no snow on the ground. There's no like fucking sleigh bells jingling, ding ding, right? But there's none of that. It's just you go to the gas station, maybe buy one of those bundles of firewood, and that's if you have a fireplace in your condo. Because
they probably got fire bans, right?
There are places that do get snow in the States, like apparently like New York gets snow, like Colorado, like
easily more than half of the states get snow.
Like lots of those places are very like.
But you were in a desert.
I was literally like 4 hours from the Mexican border.
They're like like snow hits you once every
you're American
40
then, right?
years.
My mother's American, my father's Canadian. I was born in Canada.
Well, happy half Thanksgiving.
Yeah, there we go.
Did you get dual citizenship from that?
No, because my parents are dumbasses and never pursued that before I was 18. I'm Canadian, but the thing is, my mother and my grandfather are American, so I think if I just go ask for it, boom, it's mine.
You should. Probably. Why not? Fuck it.
That's as far
both
as
sides of the fence.
So my uncle's much older than my mother, and he never renounced his citizenship. He's lived in Canada his entire life, but he's always been an American citizen, living in Canada his entire life. And
what is that, like getting away from paying taxes up here? Or?
See, that's just it. That's the scary part. If you own property in America, you do have to pay taxes every year, right? There's this gray line, and I have one uncle who doesn't give a fuck, one uncle who's like really shook about it, and that one uncle the one uncle that shook completely renounced his American citizenship so that they could never come after his kids for taxes.
He's got like a Salem for that.
He was worried about his kids came after for taxes. Where my other uncle that never gave a fuck about anything, half his kids were born in America, half his kids were born in Canada. He has like 6 kids or something.
Dude, that sounds messy.
Yeah, right. But he was born in America, brought over at like 6 years old, and never worried about citizenship whatsoever. Never had a problem. Comes and goes freely over the border pretty often. Half his kids still live over there. They come and go.
Shit. Okay.
So there isn't as much of a barrier as we think. I'm pretty sure that because my mother and grandfather were American, I could just on foot walk across the border and be like, hey, Jim.
Well, I mean, they're not going to shoot you.
Yeah. Hey, Jim, just going for a beer at the old fucking
a couple
pub.
Questions. What the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, I know. They will.
If you get caught.
But I have a social security number, which is well,
you can clearly provide that you're a Canadian citizen
because I was born in Kamloops and my certificate
and
says
your number,
but I can turn around and become an American citizen tomorrow, I'm pretty sure, and I have a social security number, which is the main thing. If you want a job,
all you got to do is like take a test, right?
If you want a job, you need a social security number. And no, you can't just take a test.
But you don't need ID to vote, right? You're okay with that?
Can't vote. That was one thing.
No ID, just anybody vote.
Anybody vote.
Even my mother,
Richard Biden.
Even my mother, as a full-on dual citizen from birth, she wasn't allowed to vote because that solidifies which nationality you want to be. There's something weird. There's some weird gray line there.
So then it gets rid of the dual.
Yeah.
So it's like if you want to start voting, you're either one team or the other. You can't start. Because a lot of fucking CEOs could become dual citizenship and start playing both sides of the field for politics.
You're not allowed to vote on both sides of the field.
And people are already going to different states to vote more than once.
Don't worry, we're going to just send our ballots in.
Exactly.
You're going to vote. Us 3 are going to vote.
There's going to be 30 named Alex. 30 ballots.
We're still counting them.
You hear that one guy just talk about sending people on buses to state after state after state just to fucking vote.
Yeah.
2,000 mules. That's a
right. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure I could just walk across the border and be like, hey, like I want to go live here. And they'll be like, yeah, do that.
Well, yeah, they'll put you in like asylum like they do everybody else. And then
oh, you mean quarantine?
Well, basically.
Yeah. Asylum means you're crazy.
They'll put you in the purgatory for the rest of your life.
Concentration camp,
Where do I sign up? You got three free meals? Where do I sign up?
Yeah. But yeah, it's a pretty individualized case for me. Like at 8 years old, I was flying internationally unaccompanied. That like I don't know,
dude. See, I needed.
Could you imagine sending your 8-year-old daughter
career.
internationally unaccompanied? Like that's insane.
That's why I didn't go pro in Halo, because my parents wouldn't let me go on the flights.
You couldn't go internationally, unaccompanied.
And like that's what I'm saying. I wish I had your life.
Yeah. I swear
I would have been a Halo.
I got a mom there somewhere. She's gonna grab me.
I would have been ninja.
8-year-old you.
I fucking love you, man.
I would have been fucking ninja.
Basically, if you don't, Ninja's a professional gamer, really big.
He was an old Halo pro, younger than me, but he became like the biggest like the biggest paid like streamer in the world.
Dom, have a look.
He's got the deer in the headlights.
Back in Luch's day, Ninja meant something else.
Ninja Donkey Kong,
come on.
You know what though?
It was a
We should
derogatory
change the
term.
subject a little bit, because I think towards the end of this, we do need to get in a little bit about that new documentary died suddenly.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I haven't
actually
seen this.
So I watched it last night.
Okay.
I mentioned Luch, I mentioned that to Luch, and Luch was like, I watched it twice already. And I was like, okay. So I went to Alex's and watched it again.
Good.
I was like, now I've seen it twice too. No,
but you know what?
I actually just wanted to show him. So we
did he watch it?
Yeah, we listened to it last night. So
Oh,
basically, we were like doing some woodwork and shit last night, gluing wood together. And so while we were mindlessly doing that, drinking, put that on. And what a documentary, man. Even 10 minutes in, when they talk about the
10
clots.
minutes in, they stop woodworking. They're just eyes glued to the screen.
Oh, I wish we were just listening, but like, man, you don't want to watch it because it's so gross. Like, you'd rather just listen to it, but I had to keep pointing it out to Alex, like, oh, look at this part, because it's like literally like these embalmers are like, they're taking these dead bodies, trying to pump the fluid through
pulling
them.
that cotton candy out of people's face and shit.
Yeah. So I'm trying to explain it to our viewers, like, they have to pump the fluid through dead bodies, and they're not able to. And they found out. Back
up. What he's talking about is a person whose job is to embalm a body in the funeral home.
That's an embalmer, yeah.
Usually makes an incision in the carotid artery and pumps the embalming fluid through the arteries.
Yeah.
They're complaining that it's much harder than usual to pump this fluid through the body.
Absolutely.
And through further analysis, they're finding the autopsies are pulling these fibrous white clots. They're not blood clots. They're actual fibrous white clot. It's almost
like rubbery.
It's almost like pulling a hair out of your butt crack.
It looks like a rubber band, but like mutated.
Oh, we're Spider-Man.
So you got to think, like, in the last like 18 months, like blood clots have been like a huge thing, and people have been dying for no reason.
Well, people have been
dying of strokes.
No. In the last like a year and a half, it's become a really big thing.
Pandemic.
And now, if you look up, like, if there's videos that have been put out that highlight all the craziness over the last year and a half, the news stories in the last year and a half that have blamed blood clots on the widest range of fucking things, cold weather, fucking standing up too fast, fucking all these things are causes of a death now. You might have a blood clot and just die from this and that.
Well, I mean,
it's like all these things, right?
That's so like all the blood rushing away from your head.
What a stroke is the lack of.
No. I'm not talking stroke. I'm just talking about like blood people clots. Like they like. It's not a blood clot, but it's like not enough blood rushes to your head when you stand up.
For sure, Andrew,
your circulation issues are lightheaded.
So what I'm getting
I'm not arguing.
For sure. What I'm getting at is it's almost irrelevant because they're saying that causes blood clots.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's not a blood clot. That's like a faint.
Exactly.
It's like,
so what they're blaming it on everything in the book, including cold weather and this and that. And so, like, in the last 2 years, I've seen it.
But it's never this. But it's everything else over this. They just happen to fall.
Can never consider the one thing.
And they know that the elephant in the room is this. I mean, it
started at the same time, but let's not consider that. Let's blame it on everything we've been dealing with consistently since we were born, like cold weather and standing up too fast. So I'm going to take it another
step with that, right? Because when Died Suddenly came out, and it just came out like 3 nights ago and stuff, right? I mean, so it's just been the hottest thing that's just roaming around and stuff. Right? Everyone's just sharing it, right?
Yeah.
But anyways. what I want to say was Dom and a whole crew of us actually went down to the Bill Gates rally in Vancouver with Chris Sky.
Sweet.
That was way back in April
when they wanted to send him out of the
Bill
city.
Gates is a bad man.
It wasn't a Bill Gates. It was an anti-Bill Gates.
Yeah, it was an anti-Gates.
Yeah.
Dude, you see all that farmland he's been buying?
It was just to say that you aren't welcome in the city.
So anyways, that was when Al Gore was down there, and there was a whole bunch of them down there, right, and stuff like that. So we went down there, and anyways, long story short, I ended up, I was waiting to interview for PG Real News, right? That's the other side of me, and you guys know a lot of that. I don't think you know, but PG Real News, I do a lot of interviews and stuff like that. Right?
You can explain it to him because there might be some people.
Yeah, there's
some people might not know.
Yeah, so we just basically we just want to get some of the real the truth out there, and so we created PG Real News, and so we do stories, and at the same time it's on Facebook, PG Real News. That's a big shout out for that, right? So,
Jared, send me a link.
And then, but anyway, so what I want to say was, with Died Suddenly, that kind of, it was full circle for me because
that's number 4.
We're down in Vancouver, and I think I was waiting for Dr. Mel Burchett. He was on the stage, and he was talking about what the jabs were doing to all the pregnant mothers and stuff, and what was happening to this, the stillbirths. The numbers are just like, boy, they went like crazy and stuff like that. So I was about to interview him. I was waiting for him to come off, and I was going to invite him up to Prince George and all that great stuff kind of thing, right? And anyways, and then I overheard this guy was just over to the left of me, and he was telling I'm gonna pass, so I'm just gonna pass on that one. Okay, you guys, you three, okay, next time. But anyway, so what ended up happening was I can't remember the guy's name. Dom will tell you right now, it'll come up. But anyways, this guy here, we're talking to him, and I hear this story, and I'm like, man, this is the guy we interview. He was the director for 9 funeral homes. It's on PG Real News. Mm-hmm. It's on PG Real News. Salute, boys.
Salute.
Nice driveway.
Nice driveway, yeah. But anyway, so
it's on PG Real News.
Yeah. Long story short was I interviewed him, and he was saying the same freaking thing. Yeah. He was saying that this is what I'm discovering right now. Mm-hmm. I'm a director in some of these small little communities. So he would know the paramedic that took Grandpa Jim in from the senior home. Yeah. And there he was. He was looking. He'd look at all the charts and everything like that, and he could actually see like when they had the jab and how long they lived afterwards. And then there's the body. He's checking out the body. So, anyways, I'm watching this Died Suddenly, and I'm like,
oh yeah, I see what you mean.
I knew this way back in April, right? And I was telling people. I was telling people, like, you got to watch this interview. Go on to PG Real News, find it. It's on there. This guy here, he knocks it out of the park. I can't remember his name, but Dom knows him. Okay. Right? But anyway, so Died Suddenly. Now all of a sudden, now they're discovering all of this with all
not discovering, but you got to think it took them a while to put it together.
Sure.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think you and Dom, when you guys were on last, you even told us this documentary was coming out. I believe that, or maybe I just heard it sometime around then. But
I think I heard Dom talking about a documentary coming out.
I remember you guys like telling us about it, but I could be wrong. Either way, like
I
feel like I knew this was coming out. It finally came out, and I was like, sweet. And I gave it a watch last night, and this is the Crowded Room podcast.
It's the only reason.
And we got to prove to you how crowded it is sometimes.
It's fine. I'm such a slick ass producer.
Just wait till I go to take a piss.
It's unfortunate though, because they even talk a lot about that. And who is the doctor? Now I'm just trying to think, because there's so many doctors that I'm studying.
There's too many fucking doctors these
days. But
I
think it's Dr. Peter McCullough that I was listening to last night on Action for Canada.
You were talking to him last night, weren't you?
Well, no, I was just listening to him, but when he was talking he was talking, and I was listening, and this guy just gives out so much information. If people want to follow the two doctors, Dr. Robert Malone and Dr. Peter McCullough, those are your top two doctors. And everybody else after
they did Joe Rogan episodes and everything. Like those are the big ones. They got their own Telegram page. Like I follow the Telegram page, and there's so much information. Yeah. Just follow those two. Don't worry about all the rest. Oh yeah, and they're almost 2 years old, but those are big names. Yeah. That got canceled by fucking mainstream everything. Got their license pulled, just like Nakamura that we had over here.
Yeah.
Fuck me. You can't quell a tsunami. It's rolling, and fuck whatever you want to do. It's coming.
Yeah.
So they could.
And I mean, there's lots that we can dive into.
Right. They could do a song and dance and postpone this another couple years, whatever. The tsunami's coming.
Yep.
No matter what, you're getting fucking hosed.
And the unfortunate thing is we're truth seekers. I think at the end of the day, you can smell shit a long ways away. You know what I mean? And then even your doctor, when he's feeding you stuff, like you're looking at him and he's looking right through you because he wants to hurry up and put his numbers into the computer to get here, fees and all that kind of. You're just a number at the end of the day. You know that. You guys know that, right?
Yeah.
They don't care. They seem like they care, but they don't care. And at the same time with that now is what's happening is we're looking for truth. That's why we're watching these documentaries, and we're gonna watch them again and again. And that's why I love these things.
Right,
like, man, this thing is free.
And the end of the day,
even if there's some of that stuff that is not, let's just say there's 5% that maybe somebody picks up. They're like, well, that one person there, he was not jabbed and he died. So it's like, okay, well, that's only one ingredient out of that chip bag.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is not food because of that one ingredient.
The one thing,
So they'll find that, right? But I'm just saying that 95% of that, what Stu Peters put together and all that kind of stuff, watch it and watch it again and watch it again, because you pick up so much more out of it that you might just remember that one thing. You have your talking
one little thing.
You have your talking points. I say to people, and that's even like on your guys' show now, have your talking points, because these people, and have them written out in front of you or whatever you need. Just know them.
Yeah. But that's
not
mainly
isolated.
That's mainly for an oppositional guest, like someone that wants to fight you.
Lots of them, though.
Yeah. And we don't really fuck with those much, but eventually we will get down that road.
No, and that's why I'm saying though is we've been duped. You look at my Facebook page. I just posted that last night before I posted your guys' thing today. I said we've all been duped. Because they were telling the people, just do this. Do you remember they were standing up there?
Yeah. Just do this and everything will be fine.
Just do this.
Yeah. They're being asked why, and they're
don't ask why.
I really appreciate the Canada Health Board's assessment of risk and analysis, and that's just such a bullshit answer.
Right. And so we're at this point now is, again, we are truth seekers. We just want somebody to tell us, fuck, why didn't you tell us it wasn't going to stop transmission?
Yeah.
Why didn't you do the research first?
Why didn't you guys do the research? And then why did you guys lie to the
follow
doctors?
The money, right?
Why did you lie to all the doctors? Now the doctors can't say anything. Yeah. Simone Gold was one of the first. You remember all those 12 doctors? Now, not even like 6 hours later, it was knocked down. This was way back in 2020. Do you remember that? There was.
Why would you buy that many doses of a vaccine and then be like, oh, but if you don't want it, who cares?
Dude,
that just doesn't make fiscal sense. If we're running a business, hey, I buy this for you to fucking take it, so that 20 years down the line, your kids still have this in their fucking blood system.
I'm just gonna say, God help you and your family and your kids. If you think that the government is looking after you and your well-being, I got some snow for you.
I got a bridge. I got a bridge in Manhattan with your name on it.
And it's all of that. You know what? We just want just tell us why it didn't stop transmission.
Yeah.
What the infection part of it, or
you
just told us it came from a fucking bat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and then it wasn't done in a lab. Let's listen. Your body has been created by the Lord above, or whatever spirit that you want to believe in. You are not going to take a whatever it is, and because I don't want to get you guys.
I get it. Don't worry.
I appreciate it.
I don't know what word we're going to use it for that, but anyways, I'm just going to say you're not gonna take this, and all of a sudden miraculously you got better fucking health. Listen, I had a health food store, man.
Yeah.
I traveled all throughout the United States, and I was like, I was doing the exact same thing that I'm doing right now. And I was trying to find.
It was just less opposed back then.
No, it was
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, okay, well,
back then you could do what you wanted to do. Now they're trying to fucking stop people from fucking living their life.
I see a really bad recipe that's coming with Bill C-11, which is
the internet.
They're going to stifle. Yeah, if this comes through, which liberals are going to push all of this through.
Oh yeah,
everybody.
You see the dude,
Justin Trudeau. I mean,
there's something
they know that they're losing this battle, so they have to shut everybody down.
The more they lose, the harder they fucking come down on us. Yeah, it's like they're literally losing.
Yeah.
The dumbest tangent I want to go on is what is with Canadians and their stupid fucking hair? Why does every parliament member have to have like this flamboyant fucking most interesting man in the universe hair or
I've
something?
never noticed that.
You've never noticed that? Remember Trudeau's got the flabby fucking like, oh wow, you know, I don't really listen to what he's got to say.
He's always been trying to do, I don't know.
Nowadays, the guy who's running the internet censorship shit. Yeah. No, listen. The guy who's running the internet censorship board shit, he went on and literally begged. He's like, we need this, and I really implore you guys to consider the Senate. He's talking to the Senate to pass a bill that'll allow censorship of the internet in Canada.
Yeah. C11.
If you look at this guy, he is like fucking 40, but he has like flowing salt and pepper fucking hair that looks like Justin Trudeau was the most interesting man in the world. Kind of Dos Equis.
I think it's a French thing too. Yeah. I think they get away with it more in the French provinces.
Sorry, did I fuck you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now we're treading down.
Fuck.
We're treading.
Plug yourself back in.
We're treading down really slippery slope right now. There's Bill C-36. There's BC.
It's the
Bill
front.
C-11. And the unfortunate thing.
Try this side.
Shit.
Sorry,
Luch. Sorry,
okay.
Luch.
I'm just gonna ramble on, but anyways, like what I'm getting at is the unfortunate thing is I think at the end of the day, there's so much going on. There's some great topics. I love talking about all kinds of great stuff and everything, right? But at the end of the day, if we're gonna start having to censor our medical professionals that do want to tell the truth and they want to tell you, and then with this Bill C-36, which I've got a shitload of notes, but for your audience, look up what's going to happen, because Adrian Dix he is a dick. But anyways, they're going to try and ram this through. And if they do this, they're going to take 24 different agencies and control them down into 6. And so the bad thing with that is we're giving up they're basically falling in line with California. The way that California does things right now, this is what this government is trying to do. They're carbon copying this thing that from California down here. So long story short, there's so much in it. I recommend people to go into it. But if we go down this slippery slope, what we're doing is it's a conflict of interest, because at the end of the day, if you were a chiropractor, you would probably want to sit on the chiropractor board, so that you know the industry, you know the what you do for your clients, and you do everything like that. Well, if the government has their way, they're going to be able to appoint government people
or people from corporations
corporations to sit on that.
That's exactly what is going to happen.
And that's exactly what's going to happen.
And it's what is happening. And honestly, it's what has been happening. Yeah. Look at the FDA.
Yeah.
Like the fact that someone from Monsanto back in 2010 could be the head of something in the FDA and just approve their own shit.
Exactly.
Like that. Like you should have no faith in the system today, because nothing has fucking changed. Nothing has changed.
Yeah. If anything, it's just going to get worse. And then a lot of people don't really recognize this, but it is it's happening before our eyes. They're not hiding it. They're gonna ram this through. I hope that everybody. I'll give you Shirley. I called Shirley Bond's office, and the guy just said, he's just like, oh, hello. And I was just like, oh, is this the Shirley Bond's office? And I mean, he did the best he could do. I said, listen, I'm going to put this on the podcast tonight. And they're like, well, we can't really answer any questions, but if you would like Shirley to do it, it's a runaround bullshit. You know it is, right? Yeah. At the end of the day, I heard that they actually colluded with the rest of the government to put this all fucking together.
Yeah.
So it's all theater. All this stuff is all theater when you really look at it. They're not in. You're not. It's not the best interest, honestly. At the
people have acknowledged that for the longest time as theater.
It's fucking theater, man.
Some people have, but other people, they watch it like it's fucking gospel.
Oh yeah,
it's the
that's
other
my
way around.
stepdad. And before this pandemic, dude,
it's unfortunate. Man.
Before this pandemic, literally, probably, I would say 20 hours, 18 hours a day, CNN was on his fucking TV, and well into the pandemic, it kept going. And then eventually he's like, I don't know what's going on here. Like, I can't understand. Like, everyone's saying two different things.
Yeah.
And eventually I was like, dude, like, I can't be rude to if I'm rude to him, he's gonna
your stepdad.
Yeah, it's my stepdad, right? He's like 6. He's almost
I know
70.
exactly what you mean. Yeah,
and I can't be rude to him and be like, "You dumbass!" Like fucking give your head a shake.
But he has this information in front of him.
Yeah,
it's his only source of information.
I have to like dance around it, or
he has to talk to him like, you have to like, you almost have to like take into account. Okay, you get all your information from this. How do I get around? Like, how do I make you see the other side of it? And it's really hard because I tried that. You saw me try
with the same guy.
I was doing that with the same guy. I'm like, bruh. And Alex just leaves. He's like, I'm done. Any part of this conversation.
When I was 22, I looked that guy in the face and I was like, you fucked up every decision you've ever fucking made. Why would I ask you? Because I was naive and I like never had a dad figure in my life. And he's like, why are you fucking acting so straight? I was like, why won't you listen? I bought my truck, and he's like, why wouldn't you even ask me for why wouldn't you consult me before you bought your truck? I was like, you fucked up every decision you've ever fucking made. Like he has a kid that he doesn't even talk to, or he's just fucked up so hard that his kid never wants to talk to him again or anything. I was like, why would I ever ask you for any advice? But I was 22, and nowadays I would like tiptoe around that subject, but I would still say it the same, but I would tiptoe.
Alex brings me out every summer to his mom's place, and I have a couple drinks and talk to this guy, and he's like, that's the thing. He pretends to not know. So he'd be like, oh, well, what do you mean? Why would someone think this way? And then I talk to him like he doesn't know. And then Alex's mom is like, he fucking knows that. He's just fucking with you.
He's just fucking
He'd rather just see me fucking explain myself over and over again and be like, what? No, I don't get it. And Alex's mom is like, he fucking knows. He's like, he's just making you talk. Like,
and I had such little patience when I was younger.
Boys, we got a problem though. I have to pee now.
Oh no!
How do I get out of here?
Hey, we're busting.
Dude, I've been trying to wait to the end of the episode, but I feel like it ain't gonna end. We either gotta end it or I gotta fucking get out of here.
Just piss yourself, dude.
Listen, we're busting 2 hours here.
We're busting 2. How you guys feeling? You guys want to keep going?
Yeah, I want to dive in a little bit.
Okay, I'll go pee. Just let me out.
I'm good.
We'll give her another.
I don't work.
You know what? It wouldn't be the Crowded Room podcast if I didn't have to squeeze out
through 5 fucking people.
Dude, I just took my first piss. He went 4 times.
He's gone like 4 times. Look where he's sitting though.
I know, sorry, Alex. I kind of call you out on every time.
I don't give a fuck. What you need is a piss jug.
Yeah, I know.
You fucked up.
You're right. I should just pee out the window.
Usually, I piss every 15 minutes when I'm drinking.
Nonstop, but it doesn't hurt. But yeah, so at least once a year we try to do a big camping trip out to Burns Lake. If you guys want to start getting in on it, fucking we try to do this every year.
Easy road.
My mom lives on lakefront property, and we go fishing and shit like that. Usually
I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm in.
yeah. Usually we try to do that around like August 1st or something like that. If you guys are into it, fuck yeah, because that's just it. Like, find a little stronghold in the middle of nowhere, fucking become self-sufficient, hunt moose, fish fucking trout.
Let's cook some fucking hot dogs on a fire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Where the fuck are you going? Camping.
The thing is, it's barely camping because we have Wi-Fi and like a bathroom and like a shower and everything. But we're like literally 20 feet away from the lake.
No, that's the best. That's the best.
Yeah.
I went camping. My first ever experience is camping. We're in a tent and no outhouse. So you go and you fucking arch up on your back on a tree. You take a shit. And like, yeah, I
sad.
Honestly, I hate outhouses. I can't fucking use them.
I would rather shit outside
disgusting.
Than the outhouse.
I'll
for sure.
Shit in the forest.
The thing is, what you do is you go for a little hike until you find a tree that's fallen over.
Exactly. Yeah.
The tree that's fallen over is the key.
Well,
and then you just hang your ass a couple of fucking feet over.
Most of the time I'm hung over as shit, so I don't want to go too far off.
Yeah. But if you can find that hungover tree, that's what you're looking for. Yeah.
Or one time I did shit off the ass end of a bench.
There you go.
And I fucked the campers next going to that bench.
Oh my God, that's bad.
I was young though. I was like 18, man.
I get
fucking
it.
had to shit.
There's some shit problems, especially when you get out to the middle of nowhere and all you're doing is eating hot dogs and drinking beer.
Well, usually your body will be pretty smart and like
is no good.
Like
and stop shitting.
Yeah,
usually it'll clam the fuck up.
My body will clam the fuck up when I'm eating beans and wieners every fucking night. There's 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
Unless I catch a fish.
Too many beans, too many fucking wieners.
That'll bung you up.
Yeah.
Well,
that's too much. But yeah. See, like I grew up in the middle of nowhere doing all this shit. So it's like we weren't camping, but we'd still go out and fish all the time, like ice fishing and shit.
Camping was living life.
Yeah. Living life. Yeah. So like growing up, if you didn't have a dirt bike, you weren't shit, dude. Like we were going out camping, but hey, no one's just sitting by the fire. Yeah. Like we're going out riding dirt bikes and shit,
you
right?
Guys were doing activities.
Yeah. So that growing up with the single mother, doing one job, I didn't have a dirt bike, right? But all my friends did and shit. But I was, I'll just rip yours. Yeah, but that we're getting older and shit. I bought my own dirt bike and I was like, this is gonna be fucking bitching, dude. We're just gonna we're gonna troll around picking up the bitches, going to the fucking pit parties and shit. But then you're like, eventually, like, oh fuck, I guess that ship has sailed.
You know, that's what fucked me when I was young. Because when I was young, my mom got me into martial arts, and that's all that I cared about. I didn't care about the bitches. I didn't care about boozing.
That's smart.
All that I cared about was martial. No, it fucked me up.
It fucked you socially.
It made me a weirdo socially. So it's like I see a gorgeous, beautiful woman, and I just like, boom, I can't even talk to her.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, I'll get a boner.
No, I get it.
I become the awkward, weird guy.
And then the next 8 weeks, that's all you're thinking of.
I swear that never happened.
Yeah. Next 8 weeks, you're like, fuck, I should have fucking said one syllable different.
Until I got the 6-pack. And then once I got the 6-pack, all I had to do was take the shirt off.
And then it was like, ladies, watch out.
Yeah, you forgot the wink.
But as you guys already
How long
saw,
has it been?
Oh my, the last time.
2 hours?
No, since you had a 6-pack.
The last time I had a 6-pack.
It's like 2 hours.
Oh my God.
What's up?
The last time I had a 6-pack was 2008.
Were you pulling bitches?
Oh.
You were 16.
No, actually,
he wasn't even pulling. They were just flocking.
2000, it had to have been 2010 because when I turned 20, that's when I lost the abs.
Yeah,
but I still had definition under the shirt.
Oh fuck yeah!
So I was still a prize at the bar.
I'll believe it. And you're throwing those spinny
I'm not
kicks.
even in the picture.
Yeah, no, me neither. Don't worry. That was a 2-person kind of team thing there.
Dom says build C11 and internet and social media censorship. If we weren't
okay, so my mic was muted. You guys were talking about C11. Okay, so I know one thing about C11.
What do you know?
And that is gonna fuck content creators because basically what content you create is going to be officially owned by the Canadian government.
Curated.
And then it'll be up to them if they want to promote you.
And people like my friend like Matt Roach in Vancouver, who he makes music. He produces music for Canadian bands. So their claim is that it's going to take your Canadian content and put it out there to Canadians. Canadians are going to get more Canadian content put in front of them. Yeah. So he's like, that sounds great for my industry. And it's like, yeah, you're right. No. That does sound great for you. However, everything it opens us up to is what I'm worried about.
Internet.
And he's only worried about the little benefit he's going to get.
Well, we're going to be watching fucking Teletubbies.
Internet. As soon as you get on the internet, it becomes
get ready
international.
For satellite. Get ready for satellites again, right? Because there's no fucking way.
How come the whole world watches American television, but no one watches Canadian television?
Oh no, there's some good Canadian.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Like MasterChef.
Okay, so already
How about the newest episode of MasterChef where they got listen. In the newest episode of MasterChef, they're like, "Hey,
Canadian MasterChef,
yeah. I saw a clip from it. I'd never watched. I
almost rolled my eyes out to space and back. You guys,
no, that's good content. Canadian content.
I mean, if you would just hear me out.
I heard you. Yeah, please go.
You didn't hear shit yet.
No, I'm waiting.
So the new episode of MasterChef, they're getting them to cook with bugs.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, meatless Mondays could go a long way to save emissions on this planet. No. And it's like, yeah. So what I'm getting at is like, even those shows I wasn't serious when I said Master Chef's awesome, you guys. Just so you know,
I saw it in your eyes. It sparkled.
Oh no, dude! You're right. It did sparkle. I was like, this is my moment to tell them, dude. It's crazy how far.
Don't worry about the bacon. Just put the crickets on there instead of the bacon. So it's got that little crunch in there too.
So everybody had to make a meal with fucking mealworms. They gave them that was their secret ingredient. It was bugs. They had to cook with fucking bugs for a meal.
Okay,
you guys think I'm windmilling hard in those fucking mosh pits? Fucking wait until you feed me bugs, motherfucker. I'm gonna windmill my ass out of that restaurant so hard that fucking hostess is gonna catch one hard.
I'm gonna pump you up like a Beyblade too. Just
basically, yeah.
In this building,
I'm just gonna spin. If you hit me, it's your fault.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Man, it's gonna be horrible. It's horrible. Honestly, at the end of the day, everyone's gonna be like, "Get me out of this thing, man." I mean,
where are we right now?
I ain't eating
bugs. Did I tell you the latest one that I did? Because this is just me when I'm driving around and I can't see. I see all these.
Yeah.
I see, and I there's Burnsy over there. He's gonna like this one. So anyways, I rolled the window down. The guy's just he's out there with his basket. He's got one of those blue baskets. I think he's heading to Superstore or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's walking with his basket and he's got his mask on and then he's just walking. And you know me, right? I drive up, roll the window down.
Do you stand up just like that?
I didn't ask him directions, okay? But I just said to him, I go,
the sunroof down and stand up.
I go, I just, you know me, right? This is me. Anyways, I just said to him, I go, okay, why don't you should take that mask off. I said, you are breathing the air outside. I said, and there's trees over there. I said, I don't think you're going to get anything. And I said, and if you're scared of a little flu, you need to grow up. I said, why don't you be a man? This is what I said to him. I'm like, be a man. Take that mask off. Right?
How dare you? I have an autoimmune disorder.
And then the other one, I got to tell you this other one. This one was a good one too because I drove.
Wait, I want to hear the rest of this one though. What did he say?
Yeah.
Oh no, he was scared. He was just like, I don't even know if he held on to the basket or whatever.
He pulled his mask on tighter and ran away.
I would have been like, what are you?
Be a man. We need men back in this world, not males. Right. But anyway, so I'm driving. I see I see these two people in CBC vehicle. Because everyone loves the CBC contents in Canada, right?
Really? Everyone over 60?
Yeah. Anyways, so they're in the vehicle. They both got masks on and they're driving like this. And I pull up with a license. I'm like, geez.
I don't get it.
What do I do with this one? I know I don't get it either. But this is what I do. This is kind of my thing.
Regardless of
that, I'm driving and I'm like, okay, man, just keep driving. I'm telling myself, just keep driving. Anyway, so I couldn't do it. I turned right. I drove all the way around. I come back in front of the coast in the north, come all the way by CBC, and I roll the window down. And they're just getting out of the vehicle. They still got the masks on, everything. I go, CBC, liberal propaganda. And I'm like, and they're just like, where the hell is this coming from?
We can't film.
It's like liberal propaganda.
We can't film with this snare duel.
Do you see that video that went out there? This guy's got
a face mask on. It's theater, people. Have fun.
Yeah. It's all theater.
It's all theater, man.
I watched a video from 2020 where this guy, he's got an oxygen tank. He's got all the whole suit on, and fucking this guy's filming him. He's like, look at this motherfucker. And look at her. She's taking pictures of him. And he's going up to this fucking thing and pretending to clean it. She's taking pictures of him. And then he's like, at first he asked him who he worked for. And I can't remember what he said. He made it sound like he worked for the mall. He was cleaning something up. But then it turns out they were just taking pictures for the media. And so he's in this crazy suit acting like he's cleaning something up. And it's and so this guy's hounding them, what the fuck you guys taking pictures for? And they fucking have to leave the mall because they're whoa, they don't want to answer any questions. They don't want to fucking clarify anything. It's just they're literally just, it's theater. It really is.
Yeah, it's all theater.
And
journalism.
I mean, are you that scared? Are we at that point right now in our society that back in the day, it was you have to expose yourself to these bacteria and viruses. Go outside, little Johnny, go outside and eat a little bit of that dirt. You need to build your immune system. And I think that's where this RSV right now that they're talking about, that's inundating, they're calling it the triple effect. Number one, the flu shot doesn't even work. We already knew that. They don't even tell you what strain it is because they developed it back in Australia back in February. They won't even tell you the strain. They don't even know what the strain is, but they won't tell you. But the bottom line is you're going to get the flu anyways. You're going to take the shot. You're going to get the flu.
And if you get a booster, it's for the last strain. And
it's probably from the last one. They don't even know.
Yo, did
then
you guys get regular flu shots?
No. Never.
I never.
Never.
No.
Never. Again, remember
my mom said
like,
she did, but she's like 60
and your body's obviously going to be like, hey, I just got more health. Thank you to the researchers that got paid to tell them to make sure that they did it the right way in order for them to inject.
Even
come on, we're
it's
down
sad, but
I
personally feel like if I was meant to die young, fucking kill me.
Yeah,
like live fast, die young.
Yeah,
baby.
right. Like fucking.
No, but
I would rather live a happy life than a long, boring life.
Okay, so like when this whole thing started, like
you got people right now.
I was never sick.
And
I got one stick of the vax, and I still have never been sick. I haven't been sick in like 4 years. No, it was actually
that one over there.
But I'm not a vaxxer. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. Yeah. I'm a nothing. I'm an old school guy. So it's like
no, I've had vaccines.
It's okay.
I don't give a shit.
Come on onto the team. It's okay. Everybody. Kumbaya.
There's different levels to this shit.
You know what?
You could be against all vaxes, or you could be against just this one. And you know what?
You got cousins, nieces, and stuff like that, man. There will come a time. This is what I'm saying to people right now. There's going to come a time.
They've already been no,
there's going to come a time. You probably got cousins, nieces, and stuff like that. And this is what I'm trying to say to people. You know, we've all been duped, but at the end of the day, don't just be a regular male out there. Draw a line in that sand now, because right now, before your eyes, they are duping so many people, and people are falling for it. Become a man. Wake up, stand up for the women of this world. Stand up for the mama bears out there. Stand up. If people don't stand, you ain't standing for nothing. The next generation, which is my kid, which is 14 years old, if you can't stand up for your own kid, what are you good for society to make all that money so that when you do retire, you're going to retire where? In this country here? You can't retire in this country, man.
You got to line your coffin with
I got to leave.
Bills.
Listen, and he knows how hard I work, man. I got shit that I do, and I go and do it.
The thing is, he doesn't work hard, he works long.
You think I'm going to retire in Canada? My dad worked for 33 freaking years, raised 3 kids, a house.
Didn't come from
he
Canada.
He didn't come from Canada. He came from another country, worked his bag off. Guess what happened when he actually signed up to retire for all the money that he put into his pension? He lived on $20,000. $20,000
a year.
That's below poverty.
Yeah.
And you think you better go and run your numbers, because I ran my numbers. And I still ain't going to retire in this freaking country.
That's literally what I live on.
Unless you want to live like a peasant and you want to live under a rock.
Oh, yeah.
Stay here in this country.
That's why I'm having fun.
And with what's happening right now at the hospital, Northern Health, which I'm going to switch gears right now. And I love that song too, because we got to play that.
Sing it for us real quick.
Well, I can't.
No, hold on. Let him get.
But anyways, no. What I'm saying is I just want to do a couple shout outs there, because I just want. Give me a little chance on this mic, because I.
Oh yeah,
do what you got to do, man.
Yeah, man. You know what?
Seriously, hit it.
I got Linda Allen from Club 1177. I'm going to talk about her in a minute right now, but I want to give a big shout out. One of my good bros, he passed away a week ago. And
rest in peace, baby.
How did he die?
I don't know if you guys know JT. You remember Jason Townsend?
I heard
I know a few people that know him.
Yeah, man. You know what?
I don't. So please explain to me and everybody on the internet.
I'm going to dedicate this tonight, and me present here, and me spouting and telling you guys my life and all that stuff. You know what? I'm just going to tell you that there's not too many people like my bro, Jason Townsend. I spent most of the summer with the guy. You know what? He was a good guy.
That's great. Can you please explain to us what happened?
Well,
what happened to him?
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago.
It's not me. It's the internet.
It was
right?
2 weeks ago. They rolled their truck. It was early in the morning on a Wednesday.
Like on Foothills. Right?
2 weeks. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks
really?
on the Wednesday there. They rolled their truck on Foothills. They hit the black ice. They rolled about 4 or 5 times.
Holy shit!
So that night there, it was the last time I seen him. I went into the emerge and they let me in, and I took a picture because I thought he was going to make it out and stuff. So
But he didn't.
No, he died.
But he did.
He died last Thursday. This hospital, I'm going to tell you right now. I love your guys' podcast. I don't want to get you in trouble and stuff like that.
I don't know where they are straight.
He was in an induced coma and stuff like that. But I just think, people don't realize you've got a practicing university hospital.
Use it.
This is basic care. I ran a health food store back in the day. I had that for 5 years. Before that, I was weight room instructing and I was doing all my things in the nutrition field and all that kind of stuff. I traveled. I talked to doctors. I still got a lot of them in my phone right now. Understand that it's basic wellness. It's basic health. When you go to this, the university hospital in Prince George is brutal. I'm gonna come out and tell you right now. This hospital here.
Hey.
I do not have much respect for them. I love the workers. The workers. That's another story.
That's an individual thing. Can I say one?
That is an individual thing, but I'm just saying that we could do a lot better. It is a crumbling system right now.
That's all of Canada.
That's all of Canada.
Can I say one thing?
But my friend died, and I'm telling you right now,
That's
don't
horrible.
agree. I don't agree with what they did and how they did it down at the hospital. But my buddy now is not on this earth anymore.
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
telling
fucking horrible.
I'm telling you right now, this is my advice to you guys. You guys get sick. You make sure that you have somebody that is accompanying you when you go into that hospital.
Yeah.
And that's going to look out for the best interest.
And that's all you can ever hope for, is to assume that they have your best interests at heart. That's all you can ever do, right? Can I say one thing? Is that an acclimated, accredited doctor, Dr. Drew, he's been on fucking TV 20 years. He did Celebrity Rehab and all that.
I remember him.
He has came to his own platform and said that he really believes in the medical system of the Prince George Hospital. He's named it personally.
Yeah. Wow.
And he's an LA doctor that's lived in LA his whole life.
He got paid. He's a bullshit.
I don't think he got a single dollar. I think that he's noticed.
That's crazy that he mentioned
the Prince George medical system because out of the entire Pacific Northwest, it's the bastion of medical medical teaching.
Say university practice. What happens is a doctor comes in and you have 3 interns. And here's the bad thing with this. When Bill C-36, most people don't know online, but please research it, listen to it, study it. Dr. Malthouse actually does I interviewed Dr. Malthouse. He does a really good explanation of Bill C-36. If it passes in BC, which it probably will, because that's the way that society is going upside. Everything is right, and now and left is left, and it's all backwards. Everything's all backwards now. But anyways, if that happens, you're going to see an exodus of doctors in BC. They're going to be going to Alberta. They're going to go next province over there. That's where they're heading, right?
I believe. All I'm saying is that as far as medical science goes, we have a pretty good hub, and that's
here's the thing
that covers all the way up to the Arctic Ocean,
the criminals, dude,
over to the Pacific Ocean. That covers this entire region.
Here's the thing. First of all, the information.
It's a crumbling system right now.
I get, and I'm not against that. What I am
saying doesn't contradict.
No, not at all.
First of all, okay, so it doesn't contradict what you're saying at all. It doesn't mean that
one guy put a little stamp on it.
No,
but it's one guy that I seriously respect.
No, but he can be right and you can be right at the same time.
And I'm good.
Prince George can still be the best hospital.
Yeah.
What I'm getting at is you have to consider the fact, and it's probably why he likes Prince George as a hospital, is we're a hub. And we take people from so many fucking probably all the way to the fucking farthest northern part of this province. We're a hub for everybody, which is probably why we are in the position we are in for him to say those things. What I'm getting at is what that highly accredited doctor said about Prince George Hospital doesn't say Doesn't prove you wrong at all. Has nothing to do with what you're saying.
It's not against what you're saying at all.
You can have your opinion on it. I'm going to have my opinion on it.
But our opinions aren't mutually exclusive, is what I'm saying. They can mesh. Yeah. They can coexist. They're not mutually exclusive. Yeah. What I will say is the part of this that I'm trying to brag about, that I'm trying to hold some sort of esteem in my heart for, is that we're being held to the same standards as Los Angeles, as one of the biggest hubs in the world. Mm-hmm. That the guy who's lived in Los Angeles, trained under there nonstop, is saying, yes, they're doing the right thing in Prince George.
He's a celebrity. He's a celebrity. He's a celebrity. I'm going to end it right there.
But you're not relating that to.
No, I'm not saying
it's not related.
I'm not saying that says that blah 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 is right and blah 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 is wrong.
He's talking as far as just typical medical practice goes. Has nothing to do with like the controversial stuff that we don't want to mention.
They're all bought, man. Let me tell you. At the end of the day, these guys have been lied to. They've been lied to. Now, at the same time, remember I was telling you earlier on, when you can smell shit a mile away, these guys now are censored. They cannot speak. When Bill C-36 comes in, if anybody speaks out, when Adrian Dix passes this, and I hope we all have to get out there and email, talk to our MLAs. I know they're useless. I'm going to go on record. I couldn't give a shit, because all of them are just, they're all the same. They'll say something to you, and they seem like they're really nice. They're talking to you, but they're not. You're not getting nowhere with these people and stuff like that, right? So, but anyways, email them, call them, have fun. It's all theater anyways, right? But anyways, if they do pass that, we're in a heap of shit. Because if a doctor now, like again on that board, after they get this down to the 6 governing bodies and the colleges and all that kind of stuff, if you speak out of line, you're going to get either jail time, right? So Dr. Charles Hoff, Dr. Malthouse, the guys that came out and blew the whistle and said, hey, you might want to do a little bit of research with these jabs, because we've done it. We've seen it firsthand. If they were now under the Bill C-36, they would have a fine, about $200,000 fine, and they could potentially go to jail. So this is the heavy hand that the government is about to instill. Whether people care or they don't care, this is where we're heading in BC.
Serious question. Is there anything that you trust a doctor or a medical professional for?
Okay, yes, I'm gonna stop right there, because the medical profession does 4 modalities. So if you go to a mechanic and you say, well, what do I do? Should I take a smoothie in the morning for my nutrition? He's gonna say, what the fuck do I know? I don't know. You might want to talk to a nutritionalist, or you might want to talk to. So if you get hurt in a car accident, these people are probably the best that you could go to, because that's what they do. So if I do get into an accident, I go through a screen door, plain glass, I cut myself up. You know what? Yeah, let's go there. These guys hopefully are going to put me back together and stuff like that. But it's the 4 modalities.
Where do you draw the line?
Oh, that's a good question. I draw the line. I draw the line pretty early on. I don't even want to enter in that hospital at all. I don't even want to walk in there.
None of us do.
I was in there when JT
where do you draw the line? Like if you have cancer, do you trust them?
Oh no. Geez, I'm going to Mexico. I already got it all planned out. I already know exactly where I'm going. I would never let these.
If you have
shoemakers, I call them shoemakers.
Hold on. If
I had to do radiation I wouldn't even do any of it.
If you had hepatitis
A, you can't leave the country.
I can leave the country.
What would you do if you had hepatitis A?
I'll leave the country. I'll drive.
You can literally walk 2 feet.
I'm not doubting your capabilities. I'm just saying, like, you literally can't fly without a vaccine.
No, that's true. That's true. And
good point.
You can't fly.
I've got one job of the vaccine.
Hey, wait a minute.
I can't fly.
You see that?
Wank.
So
hey, dude, some dude.
I'm
hey,
not
Andrew.
Trying to battle. Yo, if you guys
I get it. I know. And this is contentious. Everything's getting really contentious.
No.
Some dude bought 2 BMWs in my name. I think you can board a plane.
No. I heard you talking.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah.
No.
But you never know.
Like
what would you do if you got diabetes?
Diabetes, I would first,
you do the fucking insulin.
I would try to correct my. I would correct my diet first. That's where I would start, right? And if
I would hope so.
This is like saying, what would you do if you got the fucking plague?
Yeah.
No, we're talking about some.
I'd live with the fucking
Put 1 foot in, not all 4.
I don't know. I think this is getting a little out of hand.
No, it's not. Come on.
I think Luch has never thought about where he draws the line, where he would trust a doctor.
Well,
and I am helping him find that.
Yeah.
And
I think
you
he did say, I don't know where.
So, like, if you got diabetes, first you change your diet, see what happens.
I wouldn't even talk to these guys, though. That's the whole thing. The medical system, you're asking me, I wouldn't even ask them.
All right.
I would go to my people first or my doctors that I trust before I would go to these doctors.
Fair enough.
I trust that. And I really appreciate that too.
Because I'm going to get the truth. I'm going to have the truth.
Because
these guys aren't going to give me the truth.
Not only that, the fact that you're willing to go to a second doctor just to get a second opinion.
You won't have a choice to go to that second choice.
Listen. That's a lot more than a lot of people are ever going to put themselves through. Mm-hmm. A lot of people will be like, oh, the doctor told me this, so fucking my pessimism is going to take over and fucking dictate every decision I make from here on out.
I've honestly heard
whereas you're willing
saying that about getting second opinions.
Man.
Yes.
So you're willing to even leave the country for a second opinion? That is very ambitious. That's very
so I'm going to tell you what I'm doing.
Outgoing.
Okay? So I'm so when we had our health food store downtown, we actually over the course of 6 years that we owned the store, me and my business partner Vince Manfredi, rest in peace, Vince. Like, I mean, he was anyways, leukemia took him, but anyways, we had the whole store. It was all nutrition. Yeah, it was all nutrition all over the place. And then we went to the World Nutritional Conference down in San Francisco. We met doctors. We were talking to them. I got lots of them in my phone. These are the guys that I consult with. I'm like, hey, man, what would you do on this thing? So these are the doctors I talk to. I don't talk to these doctors here. But this is what I'm saying is you don't
talk to chiropractors.
Get these resources. Get these resources for yourself. Don't rely when something goes wrong and the tire falls off your truck.
Yeah.
Or your vehicle.
You don't throw your fucking truck away.
You don't throw your truck away. I mean, like, just have a plan. Most people don't have a plan.
Yeah.
So I'm working with the company that we had. Long story short, in the store, we had all this nutrition. We had thousands of dollars. Then we discovered Avena Originals, which is like they got the best probiotics on the market. I'm actually just about to set up another shop in town here with all these products, and they got the best digestive enzymes, super digestive enzymes. They got a beautiful line of product. Mm-hmm. Long story short, the owner of Avena, which Mel and Kathy Terry and Francis, anyways, this is the group before the son took over. Now the son's taken over and stuff like that. So I'm working with him right now. So we're going to put and Lou Corona out of California. We're actually going to put a wellness center in Mexico. So you guys would be like, hey man, I just want to go and have a retreat. I just want to work on me. I want to work on me because that's the most important thing, right? You'll say that to yourself, or whatever it is, right? Or you might say that, or you might say that, or whatever it is.
I want to find myself.
Yeah, whatever it is, if you want to find spiritual, you want to be grounded, you want to be pampered, whatever it is. Like, I mean, that's up to you. But anyways, so I've endeavored.
There's a lot of options.
I
get to relax.
Yeah, do some relaxing. I don't know, whatever you want to do, man.
Release the tension.
Cup of the balls.
I'm such a fucked up human. That normal shit doesn't apply to me.
So anyways, I'm working with these guys. We're putting a wellness center together down in Mexico, and I'm hoping that it's probably in Puerto Vallarta and stuff. And you can.
And you want to live there 24/7?
Well, I'm already making plans. I won't
to live in Puerto Vallarta.
No, I don't know exactly what part of Mexico. I'm probably either going to be.
And don't tell anyone.
I'll be retired either in the Philippines or I'm going to retire.
Puerto Vallarta is.
I can't retire here.
There are some. There are some spots in Mexico where maybe like me and you could go chill, but these guys, they'd get killed.
Are you kidding me? They wouldn't let me leave. If they saw me in Mexico, they wouldn't let me leave.
Sonoma. You're not allowed to visit.
I would fit in Mexico.
There are some.
Alex,
there's some
you're
places,
white, right?
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's not summer anymore. You're just as white as everybody else.
I'm
during the summer, Alex is darker. French. He forgot it wore off.
Hey, where'd my sun go?
Darker than
I'm like the most Indian person here right now.
You're olive.
Well, technically people think I'm Italian all the time. Like,
figured with that,
That's right.
with that stash.
Yeah. What does that feel like?
It feels like racism.
You're Italian.
Feels like racism,
I was
Jerry.
gonna call him Gino when I got in here. Hey, Uncle Gino, what the hell?
Gino, was that Gino from the dealership?
Hey, fucking Gino, where's your fucking necklace?
So I got a quick reminder here. Before we end this, please tell everybody about 1177.
Club 1177. Okay, just before I dive into that one, I just want to say that if anybody wants to know anything more about our wellness center that we're going to set up down there, I'm gonna honor my business partner that was with me that passed away, Vince Manfredi. I'm gonna honor him when I open up that center. It's actually gonna be an honor.
This is going to be a physical place.
It's going to be a physical place. So you don't.
Town.
So this is what I'm saying. No. In Mexico.
Oh,
Mexico.
in Puerto Vallarta.
But what I just want to say is, don't wait for the tires to fall off, man. Look after yourself, and if you've got to go to a center to regroup and to get it,
as soon as I can afford it, I'm there with you.
You'll be there, man.
Yeah,
you know what? We live in.
It's going to be exactly. It's going to be exactly like the end of Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, man.
You're going to be working on the boat, and I'm gonna walk up like it's. We crawled through some shit, Red.
Yeah.
Literally.
But anyways, that's what I just want to say that. But
okay, you guys never saw that movie.
Look at this. Look.
So
in all caps, talk about 1170.
Is that Dawn?
No, that's Cass. She said it earlier, and
I'm gonna get
I'm
there
sorry,
right now.
everyone. I've seen everything. I tried to bring it up, but we just been.
Anyways,
we're the dumbest. We're the dumbest people.
Sometimes.
I just want to. Okay, so with Linda, I'm gonna go all the way back to February.
Yes.
Linda. Big shout out to Linda Allen from Club 1177.
This is the old Lambda, the old gay club.
The old gay club, yeah. So, anyways, you go back to February when we had all the mandates stuff.
And you can't handle that one.
He's like, you say gay?
No, that one caught him sideways.
No.
I saw him.
What am I, a fucking comedian over here?
No, but it just caught him sideways. That one caught him
I'll tell you what,
without looking.
I'm such an observer that I just take everything in, and then when I start breaking, it's an amalgamation of shit you guys said.
What should I? Okay, anyways, I'm not even gonna say anything. Like,
please keep going.
Okay, so this is when all the mandates and everything were happening.
Yeah,
and Linda basically, she
fuck the mandates.
She was basically saying fuck the mandates, and you know what? I need to open up. I need to make money.
Fucking money.
Yeah,
Someone
this building up.
If your business is an actual fucking LLC, like how do you make money in a pandemic?
So Linda, she stuck her neck out there, and then there's a whole bunch of us that, the Northern Health was coming after her, hardcore. Like they were coming after her and writing fines left, right, and center kind of thing. And I can't remember exactly how much it was, but I'm pretty close to $10,000 in fines. Like
yourself.
No, this is for
for her.
Linda.
Okay. Well, you were saying I am.
Yeah.
So.
No.
Yeah, his calculations for it.
So I'm figuring about $10,000 is what it was. But they were ruthless. They were bullies, man. They were coming there, and then of course the Freedom family came behind. We went down there, and there was a lot of people there like, oh, it's not my problem. Why would we want to go down and help them? Like, this is what we do for our community, man. We gotta go behind people. It was like last
behind
weekend,
closed doors.
James. There was James, the young guy. He's 13 years old or whatever, and he's dying of leukemia. I think he's in third stage or fourth stage or something like that.
Convoy for him.
The community came and they got together. And what did everybody do? There was freaking 100 rigs at CN Center last weekend on Saturday. There was awesome. 500 vehicles.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we did with Linda. We all got behind Linda. Linda stuck her neck out.
I like it.
You know what I mean? Linda's I love Linda, man. She's just awesome. She'll help any one of us, man. Anyway, so
that sounds amazing.
We got behind
last January.
No. This was in February.
Just last winter.
Like 9 months ago, dude.
Well, no, because last February was when I was moving into my buddy's place into the basement, and there was that big lineup trying to get to the multiplex.
No, you're right. I like how you're like, is that January, like February?
Yeah, because I was like,
get your fucking months right.
The goddamn trucker convoy was in my way. I was trying to fucking move into my new house.
Clue what was happening.
Like, fuck, I better get in line here.
I was like, beep, beep, beep. I looked at my
Get your
bro,
goddamn months
and
right.
I was like, we're gonna be here for months, dude. Like, look at this. And then they let me through as soon as I started honking my horn.
They let you through. That's right, because we're good. Them people are good. But anyways,
so you know what, Luge? So, let's get to the bottom. What happened with that club?
Yeah, so what ended
so they
up
went
happening,
to court.
So this is what happened. But I was just going to say that
good.
with back in February, Linda was the only bar that was open across Canada. Everybody else was scared to open up. Everyone was they were mandating, they were giving out tickets and everything like that. So Linda stayed open. We went down there, we supported, we were helping her. In the meantime, they were coming down and still writing us tickets and kind of presenting them to all of us and all that kind of stuff, right?
I have a beer though.
So, anyways, here we are.
Oh, I'm good.
Linda went to court. She had a day in court, and the lawyer, I can't remember her name there. I can't remember her name. But anyways, I'm kind of put on the spot here.
No names.
But anyways, long story.
We don't need names.
Cheers, boys.
Long story short, they pretty much threw the whole case out, and I just hope now that salud.
Orange fucking
Nice driveway.
Orange fucking soda. Yeah. So keep going.
I'll have a quick shooter at the end. Okay, but anyways,
you tell me.
Once the episode's over,
they threw it out. The judge, thank God, we actually have a little bit more, because we were starting to lose hope in the legal system. I mean, after everybody's kind of lost their rights, they couldn't even do anything.
No. So even in the great legal system, you're still going to get the old
hit that
dudes.
thing to say yay.
Yeah, you're right. Because
you're still going to get the old dudes that the old dudes that see it the old way, and you're going to get the new guys that are coming in the new way. Yeah. The same thing happened with this Cain Velasquez shit. He spent 100, almost 200 days in jail because this. What happened was his daughter was being molested, and he chased after the dude and shot at the car and hit the guy's dad rather than him.
Well,
that was a bad
because
shot.
his dad was trying to get the guy away. He knew he was coming after him.
Okay, so the dad got a bullet, but the
pedophile.
Oh, for the pedophile,
but he was helping the pedophile.
Some damage
to the kid.
The kid.
Not only his kid, hundreds of other kids.
Rock for rock. Yeah.
And this is in California. This is in San Diego, California. Or not San Diego. Sorry, San Francisco. San
Diego.
No. It's up north. San Jose.
San Jose.
Yeah.
The problem with that
he just got put on bail.
If he would have crashed into the guy's truck, took him off the road, then pulled the perpetrator out of the truck and then assaulted him, it wouldn't be assault with a deadly weapon, which wouldn't land him that massive 25 to life because he's putting lives in danger using it.
But what I'm getting at that when it wasn't your kid that got molested.
What I'm getting at is it took 200 days for him to get from a judge that was like, no, you clearly belong in jail, to finally get to a judge that was like, your family needs a father to work and provide money for them, and you aren't a menace to society. It took 100 and almost 200 days, maybe even 3. I don't know the exact number, for them to get a like-minded judge that finally saw it as, no, you're protecting your family. You are going to provide for your family. And she put him out on bail to do this. And now he's working for WWE doing pro wrestling.
Go do pro wrestling promotions.
Yeah, right.
They allowed
what's happening to the guy that actually did the
I don't know. All I know is his dad got shot.
So is that guy actually getting charged, or is that guy just
no? If you guys know the story, the whole reason why he attacked him, it's because the justice system failed him in the first place.
And
that guy wasn't going to jail. That guy didn't get prosecuted. Maybe he got prosecuted, but he wasn't going to jail. Yeah. So Cain Velasquez took it upon himself to do some street justice.
Man, that's a good man.
And that's the thing. How could you not?
He shouldn't have used a gun. He's the
exactly
ex heavyweight champion. He could pull any. He could have just crashed.
That's just it.
Right.
Literally,
Why use the gun? You're never gonna know
and
that.
then pulled him out.
Hey, you know what? That shows how much more gangster he was than we ever knew.
Oh, dude, no. Everyone knew. Like if you're listening,
knew, but it's more.
Everyone knew Cain Velasquez was fucking G.
Guys from Texas,
dude.
They got guns.
Everyone thinks Andrew Tate's fucking top G. Cain Velasquez is top fucking
dude.
G.
Fuck Andrew Tate. It's all about Andrew.
When Cain Velasquez goes to jail, he doesn't have a worry in the fucking world. Everybody loves him.
Hey, how much hassle do you think Cain Velasquez got in jail?
Well, nothing, because when you go to jail, they're like
absolute less than zero.
When you go to
scumbags that want to test you.
Yeah. Hey, what are we all Italian here? This is great, bro. Hey. We got conversations.
But you know what?
I'm Irish and
Holy
Indian.
shit,
you know,
this is fucking great.
This is like res for me.
When you go to jail, in the States now, Cain Velasquez, I'm not saying he did, but he could just say, well, I'm a female.
I'm not saying
and nowadays, but nowadays, and this is proven now, at least in certain states, especially Oregon, this is a fact. Yeah. You go to jail, I'm a female though. I identify as female. They're like, really?
They get thrown
they put you in with the women
prison.
You get put in with the women now,
and you get to bang the women, and you don't even have to cut your dick off or anything.
Yeah, you don't have to act like a woman. You don't have to cut your dick off. You just have to say, "I'm a woman." You can have a beard like this, and you can just fuck all the women there.
So that's where the drag queens.
It's true.
The drag queens. That's where they need to go.
Yeah,
is in an area where there's other adults that can do whatever they want to do. Exactly. And then the guards can do whatever they want. If they want to videotape, they can do whatever they want to do.
Even sports.
We got Nate.
We got Nene.
See, like,
what's up, bro?
Are you saying Nate?
Nene's in here. He just showed
up.
We got
Nate.
He said, what's up, bros?
Is there a timestamp on when he said that?
Yeah, Nate. Yeah, Nene. I didn't know he was.
You never met a guy.
You just never knew him that well.
You just never knew a guy.
Wow. I thought you knew him better than that. I thought you were part of Switchblade Union.
I thought I was.
Andrew, it's that stupid shit where like, watch me whip. Watch me Nene. It was that stupid shit, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's half cool," or something. It turned into a nickname.
You're actually half right. Because people called him Nene before that.
I love him.
People call
I'm half right. Yeah, I know I'm half right. I was there.
Okay, fair enough. No, but people called him Nene before that ever came out. However, myself, once that came out, I started calling him Nene because of that. But like,
there we go. And I didn't know those people you're talking about.
When I met Nate, and then Nate showed me the music that he makes, I was so fucking like. Not only was wait. Not only was I 100% crushed because of how fucking good his music was, I was
read it. I'm not gonna read that.
And then when he gave me props on my music, it made the world to me because
that Cats with Laser shit that he had before he quit doing it altogether. That was pro.
Well, and
full on pro.
He plays the guitar.
What's your numbers? Show me numbers.
Oh, I don't care about what our numbers are.
Oh, you guys do, because you looked at last time. You're like, my numbers are
okay. I got two things to say.
Switchblade with him and Nate have gotten like 2K, and like Moments of Clarity have only gotten maybe like close to like 900.
But between our SoundCloud and our YouTube on one song, we definitely have over 2,000 views. But regardless, Nate says, "My brother, miss you guys. I was Nene before that."
Really? See, I don't know that. I don't know that.
I miss you, bro.
Yeah. What were you riding horses, bro?
Oh,
what were you doing to get that name before he was
whipping?
He was whipping, bro.
Yo, oh my God!
Nate. I was doing that before you guys. I was riding horses. He was doing like English dressage and shit.
And Jesse's back.
Hey, they call me Nene.
God damn.
I'm sorry, that's too much.
He broke out laughter. You broke out laughter. Oh my
I lose
God.
my shit on that one.
Yeah, you're not.
He's got the helmet. He's got the helmet
They
on.
broke out in laughter. He died. What the hell? He's laughing in his own world right now.
I had a girlfriend who did English horse riding, so I know like they have the helmet and like the tight pants and as like here's Nate right. They've been calling me Nate for a while. What are you doing, dude?
Nate says my grandma. Oh, what are you doing?
Look at that! I got fucked.
Holy hey!
It's Nate, a conspiracy. I got wrangled by the cord.
Yeah. Nate says my grandmother been calling me Nene since I was a kid. And Jesse came in and said, I'm about to eat chicken that smells bad. Wish me luck. And that's how he would have said it too. Hey, Jesse? He likes to yell parts like that.
We're having too much fun. I think that's a sign we got to get off.
It is a sign, but it also is a sign. We need 7 more minutes to hit the 3-hour mark. You know what?
All right, let's hit it.
When you're spilling
full on whiskey
and stuff. Yeah.
Yo, let's.
But I saved the cheese. Yeah.
We got 2 minutes, and then I'll play a song for the last 5 minutes.
Okay, play us a song.
Oh,
yeah.
The lawyer.
You guys gotta fill 2 minutes first.
You gotta play something depressing from moments ago.
The lawyer.
I have to play something
I gotta do a shout out. I gotta do a shout out to that lawyer again.
We can't. Oh, okay.
The lawyer was Sarone. Sarone from
for 1177.
Club 1177. I found her name there.
You sure it's not Cerrone?
Cerrone,
Luch.
Cerrone.
Hey, it's not just her; it's her and the group she brought up.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Right?
Thank you for for sure. I do want to say that too. Acknowledge. Yeah, I did. You know what? It was
give him a chance to say it.
What a great team! It was a total team effort, man. When the government's coming knocking on your door and they're full on right now, and they just look stupid. I heard when they went to court and stuff like that, they just looked so dumb. A week ago they were trying to tell Linda, they were trying to say to Linda, well, why don't you just pay half these fines and stuff like that? So they already knew that they were in deep shit.
I got one thing real quick. So instead of
I'm done.
You guys sound dumb as hell right now. So instead of helping our veterans, what the Canadian government's doing is offering assisted suicide. Instead of offering like,
you guys want to die instead of helping you, we'll just help you die.
As a sophisticated solution to their economic crisis, as a fucking veteran of Canadian arms, it's so stupid. They're like, we could kill you.
Yeah, they have PST, and they're like, hey, well, why don't you just take the fucking easy way out?
Kill you?
Yeah, go over here, the doctor. We got 3 doctors that'll sign for you.
Dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard.
Oh, you want to go on to the other side? Yeah, right here. They'll sign for you.
All right.
That is sad.
It is, man.
Yeah.
So in the comments, Nate says, Stashio, miss you, bro. Thank you for the praise. FaceTime after. Jesse, oh man, that's exactly how I say it.
Nate, you're the fucking man, dude.
Dominic, tell people about tomorrow night. Tell people. Luch,
tomorrow night.
Get that out.
Celebration for Linda's, case that she won.
Where?
We're going to be at Club 1177. Starts at 7:00. We're all going to have a good time and pretty much do that.
When's that?
I have a Christmas party.
And then we have a Christmas party down at a Club 1177.
I want to know where Andrew's going.
I'll be at the casino for a Christmas party.
Oh, the casino one's
I'm way more hype on where Andrew's going than you guys.
John Major at the casino.
Talking about his thing.
I'm going to show up.
Tomorrow night, if anybody wants to show up, we're just going to have a good old time and just celebrate, because this is a massive win. Think about this, man. Like, she was the only bar that was open, and the judge was on our side. Yeah. Things went our way. Like, it was monumental, man. It was awesome.
They defied every public health order.
For sure.
They stayed open no matter what. They said, fuck the mandates, fuck the masks, fuck the vaccines.
Boom.
And the government tried to find them and shut them down everywhere they could. And guess who fucking won in court?
Boom.
Me?
Club 1177.
Hey, Andrew.
What does that say?
You want to do the truffle shuffle?
Thank God, something went our way.
right, boys.
I don't want to do it.
And with that being said, that is enough for tonight. I think, guys, we can celebrate victory on that note.
I'd swing
Let's dance. December 3rd, we're also having a big party down there too. 1177.
Hell yeah!
1170. That's
our place, man. That's
the name of a venue, not an address.
Yeah, exactly.
It is an address.
Don't go to that address.
It is.
That's our address.
That's the actual address.
1177 address
and the venue.
Well, that's pretty smart. That's actually pretty smart.
You got it.
All right.
So, like, you get in the cab all drunk. You're like, oh, I'm going to 1177.
Hey.
All right.
We love the people of Prince George, okay? They're not all like...
We love them.
With that being said, let's have a nice cheers to
give me one. Okay, this is day 7 for me. I've been sober for 7
What are we doing?
days.
You want some whiskey?
Let's bring it,
Let's give this guy some fucking whiskey.
Listen,
Yeah,
I think I actually deserve it. I've been 7 days sober.
You know what? Your wife may not agree, but I do.
Well,
there you go. You want us to drink with you? Or
put a little bit more in there, motherfucker.
Oh, no.
Hey,
I'm good.
He's got the Green Ranger
Boom.
shot.
I've been drinking from the Black Ranger fucking cup all night. I'm good.
All right, boys.
All right.
Hey, it was an honor. Thank you guys very much.
Salute.
Right on, man.
Cheers.
Salute.
Hey, to the...
This morning,